Hey guys, welcome to the Mastery of React Native CLI course from beginner to the mastery level by building an e-commerce application. In this course, you will understand all the fundamentals along with the React Native navigations. After completing this course, you will be able to build any kind of apps. So, before starting the course, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammad Ali Shan Ali and I've been teaching from YouTube last 5 years and developing the multiple apps over the Play Store as well as App Store. From last 5 months, I was not active on YouTube because I was making one app called Auto AI Sorts which helps content creator to make the videos. How does Auto AI Sorts work? You give the prompt and Auto AI Sorts generate a complete video for you. The app link is available on the description box. You guys can check it out and give a rating. So without wasting our time, let's get into the course and let's master the React Native. At the end of this course, you will be understand how does mobile development works, how we can learn the Expo. Like after completing this course, you will be get a good understanding of mobile app development. Hey guys, welcome to the React Native Mastery course. In this course, we are going to build an e-commerce app which you can see on your screen. Okay, so let's see quickly of this app. So you can see that on the top we have an header component, and after that we have a header text matcher style, and we have a search input along with the search icon, and we can type anything. Okay, and we can close it. Now after that we have a scrollable category item which you can scroll and click on that. When you click on that any category, it will get highlighted. So we are also going to build this up. After that, if you scroll down, we can see a list of products item along with the product image, product title, and the product price. And there is one icon which is like icon, and if we click on that like icon, it will get liked and it's become filled heard. Okay, after that, if we can see that we have how it's great looking UI, it's looking too good, right? Now if let's suppose I want to see the product about this, so we have to just click on this product. It will open a product details page, and we can see that we are using a reusable header component which we have created already. Okay, now you can see that we have a product image and product title and the product price. We can select the size, whatever size we want. Let's suppose I want the size will be large, and the color which I want, that is blue. And whenever we click on any color, it will create another border out of the color. We also gonna build this up, and if we click on add to cart, you can see that that item is added inside our cart, and you can see that on the bottom tab the cart count get increased with the 1. Okay, and you can see that we have a my cart header, and we are going to build only one header, and we're gonna reuse that header component, so you don't have to write header component and then again and again. After that, you can see the price, and the total price is 39. And if we click on this back icon, it will went to the home screen again. And let's add this denim jacket. Okay, and the size which I want, that will XL, and the color which I want, that will be gray. And add to, when I click on add to cart, the item is added to the cart, and the cart count get increased with +1, and it become 2. And you can see that now the total price will get changed with the 109, and we are doing all the sum operation, right? Now let's add one more item quickly. So I'm going to use this uh, windbreaker. Okay, the price is $59, and let's select the color as a black, and the size which I want is a small. And you can see that whenever we are selecting a size, the color of that size get changed with black to red. And let's click on add to cart. Now the cart count get increased with 3. Okay, now we have a 3 items inside our cart, and we can see that the total price. Awesome. The total price, if you see that it's at 169, we are doing the calculation as well. And let's suppose if I want to remove this denim jacket, so we have to just click on delete icon. It will get removed from the cart, and the cart count get decrease. Okay, and we are able to, so the total sum is also updated with the new value. So we are going to build this whole e-commerce app uh, from the scratch. Okay, this is the project is beginner friendly, so you guys can build it up with me. Okay, so we are going to build, like, reusable header component. We are going to build this home screen. After that, we gonna build this product details screen, and we gonna have a also called my cart screen. I have also provided you guys the Figma. So there's a Figma which you can see, and you can reference of the course completion and can build it on by yourself. Okay, and I will provide this Figma link in the description. You can check it out. And after that, in this course, what we are going to learn basically. So if you're talking about the libraries and technology, we are going to use React Native. We are going to learn how to build bottom tab navigation. Okay, and we are also gonna use like how to build this gradient linear gradient background using the React Native linear gradient background. We are also gonna use React Native vectors icons to use this to show the icons. Okay, and we are also gonna use context API to global state management. Basically, when how does we can access the data from any component. Okay, so we are going to learn about the use context hooks also, and we are also going to use the async storage, so we store the item. If we reload our app, still the data gets persist due to the async storage. So we will also learn how to do CRUD operation using the async storage. And this is the beginning friendly, you don't have to have a lot of knowledge. You guys can have learn uh, by following this course. Okay, so this is the Figma which you guys can reference in the after that, I will also provide this my WhatsApp group. Here we can discuss if you guys have any facing any issue, any error regarding this course and following up my course. So you can just ping me on the group. Anyone can help you out, and I will also help you out. Okay. So this is the introduction video. In the next video, we are going to do the project setup, and after that we're gonna build this up. So yeah, that's all in this video. Thank you guys. Keep supporting, keep loving, and yeah, keep building something new. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we have seen the introduction of our project. In this video, we are going to do, first of all, we are going to do the project setup. Okay, and after that, we are going to create this bottom tab navigation. It's too easy. We'll guide you how to build this bottom tab navigation. Okay, and after that, we are gonna set up the React Native vectors icons to show this all the icons. Okay, so let's do quickly the project setup. So for the project setup, what we have to do, we have to type on the browser React Native. Okay, environment setup, something like that. Okay, basically you have to just type React Native. Let me make you life easier, and you have to just click on React Native, click on get started, and after that click on environment setup. Okay, after that, if you scroll down this page, there is one command called this command npx react native at the rate latest init. So let me zoom it. So this is the command npx react native at the rate latest init awesome project, the project name. So if you just copy this command name, okay, and open your folder, whatever place you want to create this projects or set up this project. So you have to open that directory. Okay, so as you can see that I have a alisan directory. Inside that, I had created one folder called YouTube, and inside that I'm going to do the project setup. So I have to just click the right click and click on open in terminal. Okay, and you have to just paste this command. Okay, another way could be just you have to click on this path and write cmd, and it will open the command prompt. Okay, so that's up to you, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to use my terminal, and I have to just paste that command and write the project name. So I'm going to write the project name is called fashion e-commerce app. Okay, and do hit enter. It will gonna took some time. So you can see that it's created a project, and it's gonna downloading the template and will take some time. So let's wait for some time. Now as you can see that our project is downloading, it's set up. Now after that, what we have to do, we have to open this project in our VS Code or code editor. So to open this using the command prompt, you have to type cd and press tab. Okay, so it will suggest the folder name, and just hit enter. Okay, and if you have to just again type tab, so it will suggest any other folder name if you have another folder name. So currently I'm inside my this project directory, and I have to just type code space dot and hit enter, so it will open in the VS Code. This is the one way. Another way it like that, like open your VS Code just by clicking new window. Okay, and just drag this project to the VS Code, and it will open that. Okay, and let me do my VS Code, so you can see that this is the project which we have just created. Now let's run this and see what we have inside it. Okay, to run this project, we have command called npm start. We have to write npm start, and after that, you can see that we got an option to open. To run on Android, we have to press A. So I'm going to press A, and it will start my emulator. So let's wait for the emulator, and for the first time, it's gonna took a longer time. Like it's could be taken 2 or 3 minutes for you guys. So we have to be patient on this. Now as you can see that our app get started bundling, and it will open this app in some seconds. So let's wait for that bundle. Now you can see that our app is running here in the emulator, and we can see that. Okay, and we can see something, this component like welcome to React Native. Okay, so let's edit this component. Okay, so basically they are using TSX, but I'm going to use JSX. Basically TSX stand for TypeScript, but I'm going to use JavaScript. So let's rename this folder file name from TSX to the JSX, because I'm going to use JavaScript. Okay, and let's delete whole code. Like you can see, this is the whole code. If you can want to see, okay, and I'm going to delete this whole code quickly. Okay, to delete this whole code, we have to just control A and just type delete or package space. It will delete that whole code. Okay, there's one extension which I just want to let you guys know, that is called ES7. Okay, which I frequently use in this course. So you can see this is the ES7 React Redux GraphQL React Native snippet, which will make our life easier. So you have to install this extension, make sure you had installed. Okay, and after that, let's close this. Now to create a component in React Native, what you have to type after installing that, just type RNFES. RNFES stand for React Native Functional Export with Style Sheet. Okay, if I remove S and just hit enter, so you can see that we had created a one React Native export component, default export component. Okay, but if you type RNFES, okay, so how this is suggestion is happening, this suggestion is just coming from that due to the I installed that extension ES7. So make sure you guys have installed that extension, and if I type RNFES and do enter, so you can see that we get the style sheet as well, and that's a difference between the using as or not using as. Okay, so you can see that we have set up our project. Now there's one thing which I'm not going to use, so I'm not going to use ESLint. So I'm just going to comment this ESLint code, and I'm also not going to use prettier for now, so I'm just commenting this code as well. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to set up the basically React Native navigation, bottom tab navigation. To set up that, we have to just type React Native navigation. Okay, once you type that, you will get to this website React navigation. So just open that and click on read docs. After clicking on read docs, if you just scroll down, there is one command npm install React navigation native. You have to install, copy this command and run in your terminal. So I'm going to stop my emulator and just hit this command. Okay, so it will install okay, this library is installed. Now after that, if you scroll down below, so there is another command called npm install React Native screen and safe area context. So I have to also install that as well. Okay, so it will install. Now After that, if you scroll down more, so inside the root app component we have to wrap navigation container. Okay, so basically it should be a parent will be navigation container of your root component. Okay, so let's do that as well. Okay, so what they are telling, let's go to the app.jsx. So we have to do like this navigation container. Okay, and navigation container comes from the React navigation native. Okay, we have to do like this. After that, this is the setup for the React native navigation, a basic. After that we have to use bottom tab navigation. So you have to click on a guide section, and inside that we have a tab navigation. You have to click on that, and to use the bottom tab navigation we have to copy this command and hit on your terminal. And let me zoom my terminal as well, and just hit enter. So it will install the bottom tab navigation as well. Okay, now you can see an example of bottom tab navigation. So let me copy this example thoroughly. Okay, you can also copy this example. This is the minimum example of tab based navigation, and it will become our life easier to understand the code. Again, I'm going to start my emulator. Okay, and we have to type A to run on Android. Okay, so it will start running on this device. Okay, and the code which I had copied from the source, let me copy again, and I have to replace this that code with the root app component. Okay, so let's try to understand what is happening inside this code base. Okay, so first of all, what we are doing, okay, let's do from the scratch. Like, I think you guys should know from the scratch, so that will become easier. So I'm going to create one component quickly. Okay, so const app is equal to like this. Okay, and return. And this is how we create a component in React native. Expose default app. Okay, this is how we create a component in React native. Okay, and you guys, the error view doesn't exist, so we have to import view from the React native. Now to implement the bottom tab navigation we have to do some setup. So first of all, as they have said, that we have to wrap our root component with the navigation container. So you can see that we have wrapped the navigation container. After that, as you can see on this example, we have to initialize the const tab and create bottom tab navigator. Okay, so let's do that as well. Const tab is equal to create bottom tab navigator. Okay, and we have to do like this, and the bottom tab navigation is coming from this from React navigation native bottom tabs. Okay, now after that, in this example you can see that we are having a tab.navigator of the navigation container. So let's do that as well. So tab.navigator. Okay, and inside that we're gonna have a tab.screen. Okay, and it's gonna be a taking name. The name will be home, and the another parameter is called component, and we have to pass a component. So for now I'm going to create one component here quickly, function home. Okay, and basically function is a component, if you guys know the basic of React as well. And this is how we create a function, function or component in React native. Home. Okay, so you can see that, and I can directly pass this component here. Okay, and now you can see that we had created a bottom tab navigation right now in just few seconds. So let me explain this code thoroughly quickly. So we're gonna have a what options we gonna have. We're gonna have a home. Okay, and we're gonna have another option called basically reorder component as well. So home, reorder, a cart, and account. Okay, okay, so there's one more thing which I just want to know. So I'm going to use camel casing for the name. So home, reorder, like this, cart. Okay, and another component which we have called account as well. Okay, So you can see that we can see a bottom tab navigation with different name on the top. Okay, but currently it's just rendering a same component, home component. Okay, so let's understand the code quickly what we had written at. So first, what we had done here, we had created a one like arrow functional component. We can have a normal functional component like this as well. Whatever you can create, that doesn't matter. So I created one app component, and inside that you can see this is a uh, arrow functional component. Okay, inside that we are having a navigation container, because they are telling we have to first of all do navigation container. Inside that we have to do tab.navigator like this, and after that we have to define all the screen, whatever screens we have to do. Okay, and we can see that we had get the tab from the create bottom tab navigator, and bottom tab navigator is coming from the React navigation native bottom tabs, and the navigation container is coming from the React navigation native which we had installed. Okay, now another thing is that what else we have to do, uh, we have to set up the React native vectors icon as well. So let's do that as well quickly. To install the React native vectors icon, what we have to do, we have to just type React native vectors icon in the browser. Okay, npm I and npm React native vectors icons. Okay, so once you hit that, you have to just open that site, and you have to just copy this command npm I React native vectors icons. So I just copy this command. Let me again start my emulator and hit this command. So it will install the React native vectors icon. After installing that, we have to do some configuration as well for the React native vectors icon. First of all, what we have to do, we have to go inside the Android app build.gradle, and we have to just copy paste this command, copy this code. Okay, we have to copy this code. Okay, and let's go inside the Android app build. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, so where we have to go, we have to go inside Android app build.gradle. So I'm inside Android app build.gradle. Awesome, and we have to just paste this command. Okay, now after that, as you can see that I'm inside Android app build.gradle. Okay, the next thing is that if you just scroll down, they are again telling that go on the Android app build.gradle, and you have to just copy paste this code as well inside the dependency block. Okay, so I just copied that. Okay, and if you scroll down, let me just scroll down. So we can see there is called a dependency block as well. Yeah, there is one dependency block. Okay, and have to just add this line here. Okay, so as you can see that I had just added this line here as well. So okay, now after that we have to start our server again, npm start. Okay, so I'm just again running my emulator and have to type a, and make sure you guys also do the after set up the of React native vectors icon to restart your emulator, otherwise you might get error. So let's understand what we had done quickly for the React native vectors icon. First of all, we had just pasted this command. Okay, and after that we had added this command as well inside the dependency block as implementation code. Okay, now let's learn how we can use the React native vectors icons. Okay, because that is also crucial part. Okay, before that we are going to create one directory name as a source inside the uh, root directory, and inside source directory I'm going to create another directory name as a screen, and inside the screen I'm going to create one screen name as a home screen dot jsx. Okay, and to create component fastly, we have to type rnfes to create a component. Okay, now as you can see that we had created one component called home screen component. Okay, now I just went to the home this app.jsx. Inside the app.screen I have to pass the component, so I'm going to pass my new home screen component, and just by typing that, and you have to, what you have to do, you have to just select that text and type control plus space. You will get suggestion, and just import that file as well, or you can manually import this file as well. Okay, now after that, let's go to the home screen. Okay, and let's see how we can set up the React Native, how we can do the see the React Native vectors icon. So first of all, if you scroll down, there's one example for the React Native vectors icon. As you can see, yeah, there's one icon, uh, there's one example like const icon from React Native vectors icons. So we have to just paste this line. After that, we have to do like this icon. We have to define name, what icon you want. So as you can see that in this example, he is using icon name as a Facebook. Okay, so we can have name as a Facebook. Okay, and then we can define a size as well. Size will be 25. And if I see that, let me scroll down. So if I show you, so you can see that we are able to see a Facebook icon. Okay, let's try with a different icon and how we can get access to the different React Native vectors icons. So what you have to type, React Native vectors icon directory, and just press hit enter. So you can see that we get a page React Native vectors icon directory. You have to just open that. Okay, once you open that, we can see a tons of icon like from ant design or so on. So I'm going to type as a name as a account. Oh my bad, the typo, account. You can see that we are getting the material community icons and many more others. Let's type, let's arrow. So if you can see that we have ant design icon and typo icon and many more others. So let's suppose you want to use ant design icon. So how we can use this? So we have to just copy this name ant design. Okay, and this line we have to just replace this line. At the place of icon, we have to define another name, and at the place of font awesome, like this is a font awesome icon, we have to use and design just. Okay, and after that we have to do like this and design. Okay, what icon you want to use? I want to use the icon name as a back, this arrow right. Let's suppose I want to use arrow right. So you have to just type like arrow right, and we can define a size, whatever size you want. I want the size will be 50. Oh my bad, the 50. So you can define a 50 as well. As you can see that this is the size of 50. Now as we can also change the color as well. So I want to color will be red for now. Okay, and this is how we can add a React Native vectors icons. Okay, so what we had see in the, what we had learned in this video, basically we had seen the React project setup, we have set up the React Native navigation, we have set up the React Native vectors icon setup. In the next video we are going to add this icons on the bottom tab, all the respective icons. Okay, and we will start working on the bottom tab navigation and the home screen. Okay, before that let's summarize that what we had learned and what we had done quickly. So first of all, what we had done, we went to the React Native website, we had copied this command. At the place of awesome project, we define our project name. Okay, and after that we open this project in our VS Code. Okay, now after that, to set up the bottom tab navigation, we have to install React navigation. For that we just went to the React navigation and we install this package React navigation native. After that we install React Native safe area screen, safe area context. After that we wrap our app component with the navigation container. After setting up the React navigation native, we have to install the bottom tab navigation. So we went to the guides. Inside guides we have a tab navigation, we install the bottom tab. Okay, and this we just copy this code and we just test it out. Okay, how we build a bottom tab navigator. And basically what how to build, first of all we import the const tab is equal to bottom tab navigator, create bottom tab navigator, and in the root, as we have already done the navigation container, we have to just type like this, and inside that we have to pass the name, and another props is called component, where we have to just pass the component name. Okay, so yeah, that's all in this video. In the next video we are going to add the icons and start working on a home screen. And if you guys facing any issue or facing any error regarding this, what you have to do, you have to just scan this image, scan this on your WhatsApp camera, and send me message like whatever, so and you can join our group. So yeah, that's all in this video, guys. See you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to our course. In this video we are going to talk about how to add icons to the bottom tab navigation. And when we click on any icon, so the color of the icon will get changed. So we will also see that how we can add a custom color, like how we can change the color of from blue to a different color. Okay, and another thing is that which we're gonna do, we're gonna add a linear gradient background to here. Okay, and we're gonna remove the header as well. Okay, so these things are we gonna do in this video. In the last video we have seen that setup of React Native vectors icon, setup of React navigation native, and the bottom tab navigation. Okay, so currently let's first of all let's do the setup. Let's add the icons to the bottom tab navigation as expected in the Figma. So you can see that we have this home icon, three line icon, cart icon, and the account icon. So let's add it quickly. So if I show you the code, so you can see that in our root app component we have a navigation container, and inside that we are having a tab.screen as a home, reorder, cart, account, and other stuff. Okay, so first of all what I'm gonna do, as you can see that we are a home screen, and we can see this home header, and if you click on reorder we can see this reorder is header as well. So I don't want this header as well. So to remove this header, what we have to do, inside the tab.navigator we have to write screen options. Okay, and inside this we have some property name is a header zone. Okay, so that's a property called header zone, sorry, basically header zone, and let's make it false. So if I make it false, this property, so you will not able to see the header. So you can see that the header gets removed from the screen. Okay, now the next thing is that which we're gonna do, we have to change this. Okay, icon. So let's change the icon as well. To add the icon, what we have to do, we have to write tab options, my bad, we have to write options, and inside this options there is one property which you have to pass, tab bar icon. Okay, and it will take a component, whatever the component you can want to pass, you can pass it. So you can pass it direct like this, and you can have a currently, let me show you quickly. So let's suppose I don't want to pass any icon, I just want to pass a text as well. So we can pass the text as well. So icon, let's suppose I just doing like this. So you can see that we are able to see a icon. Okay, so basically we have to just return a component, and that's gonna render the here. Okay, so let's add a one icon, name is a home. So to add a home icon, so first of all what we have to do, we have to type React native vector icons directory. Okay, now when we hit that we will get to this page. Okay, now this will open that page, and the first icon which I want name is a home. Okay, and I'm going to use this in typo icon, in typo home. Okay, to use this what we have to do, so you can see that in the last video we have seen that in the home screen we have to copy this like this. Basically, let me copy this. So basically to use that we have to type okay, let me type it quickly here. So what we have to do, we have to write import the whatever icon you are using, icon source, and we have to type React native vector icons. Okay, and slash we are using the in typo, right? So we have to type in typo as well. Okay, now after that what we have to do, let's suppose I want to use here, so we can have like this in typo. Okay, and the next thing is that we have to do name, we have to pass the name whatever the icon we are using. So let's pass the name as well. Okay, so let me pass the name quickly. So the name is home. So let's pass the name and let's see what we are able to get on the UI. So you can see that we are getting a small home icon. Okay, so let's change the the size as well. So how we can get the size of this? So if we add up curly braces, and if we just type space, control plus space, so we'll see that we have a size property, we have another property called focus, and another property called color. Okay, so we have to just pass the size, whatever the size we are getting. So by default we will get the size as a 25, so we are passing that size as well. So you can see that the size get increased as a 25. Okay, and the color, what the color will be, so whatever the color we have to just do, we have to just pass that color as well. Okay, okay, now after that we don't want to show this this basically label. So how we can, if you see this figma, if you see this figma clearly, so we are not showing this any label in the bottom. So let's see how we can remove the label as well. So we have property called tab bar shown label. Okay, and we have to make it false. So if I make it false, okay, so you can see that label gets removed. Okay, now let's add a icon as well on this reorder, the second icon as well, second options. So we have to type options, and inside this we have called property called uh, tab bar icon. Okay, and this gonna be like this, we are getting okay, let me do like this quickly, and we have to pass the icon name. Okay, so let's do quickly. So I'm going to again just copy this code, okay, and just returning this code. Okay, and let's destructure the size from here, size and the color as well. Okay, so if you see the second icon is also looking like home, but the second icon should be 3 line. So for that, the icon which I'm going to use called reorder, okay, from the material icon. So you can see that we have a reorder icon from different, but I'm going to use this material icons. Okay, to use that, what we have to do, at the place of end typo, okay, if you see there is called end typo right on the line number 5. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to use for the what we say, for the material icons as well. So we have to just type material icons at the name and the last name as well. Now after that, at the place of end typo we have to replace with the material icons, and at the place of home we have to write the name. The name will be reorder. Okay, now you can see that we get the reorder icon. Okay, again let's add this for the cart icon as well. So we have to just copy this options object, okay, and just paste it here. So you can see that we have pasted that, and we are still getting the material icons reorder. But the third icon is for is called cart icon. So to get the cart icon, what we have to type, just type cart. Okay, and we are going to use for the cart material community icons as well. So if you just scroll down, yeah, this material community icons, okay, and the icon name is icon. So let's add this as well. So what we have to do, we have to again just drag and drop, and at the place of material icons we have to replace with the material community icons, and here also at the place of material icons we have to use material community icons. Okay, and at the last at the card place we have to type material icons, material community icons, and at the place of reorder we have to type cart, and now you can see that we get the cart icon as well. Now there is one more icon which we need, that is called this account icon. Okay, to get that, what we have to do, we have to type user. Okay, so let's type the user as well, and that icon which we're gonna use from the font awesome 6. So font awesome 5, so I'm going to use font awesome 6, and the name is user. So you can see that on the font awesome 6 we have one icon name as a user. Let me check quickly why I'm not able to, yeah, so this is the icon which I'm going to use, font autumn 6. To use this, again we have to do again this copy paste. At the place of material community icons we have to use font awesome 6, and here also we have to use font awesome 6. Okay, now let's scroll down, and And here let's type the code quickly. We have to write options, okay, and inside this we have to write is tab bar icon, my bad, oh, tab bar icon, okay, and it's gonna took a one component, okay, and it's gonna be returning a one component as well. Okay, we have to return a anything like any component, so we are going to return that, okay, and after that we will get this, size, color, okay, and now we are using the icon name is a font awesome 6 and the name is user, okay. Now you can see that we get the all the icons, so if you check it out, this is looking perfect, like as expected, as it looking, okay. uh, so we are using font awesome 6 and the user icon, okay. Awesome. So we had created this font awesome 6 user, so we have a home screen, we have a three dot screen, we have a card screen, and we have added all the icons as expected. So let me quickly show you guys what we had done. So basically, first of all, we remove the header zone false property. We don't want to show the header on the top, that's why we had passed one property name as a header zone as a false, and we also not showing this tab bar label, so we have a property called tab bar soul label, and we make the as a property as a false. After that, to add an icon on the bottom tab, inside options we have a property name as a tab bar icon which take a component, okay. So we are having a like we are using different icon, like we are using untypo icon, and to use that icon any, so we have to pass the name, we have to pass the size, so we are getting it by default size for this bottom tab navigation. So size by default size is 25, we are passing the size, and we are also passing the color, okay. But you can see that when we're clicking on any icon, the color become blue, so we let's change the color as well. So the part tint color, okay, and we can have a red color as well, so whatever we pass that color, it will become that color, okay. Now we don't want to pass a red color. If we don't want to pass red color, so you can check it out. So this is the color like which I'm gonna use it, so let's replace with that color. I think that is ready, okay. So after that, you can see that we have also import some different icons, like import ntypo icon, react native vectors icon slash ntypo, whatever sources icon you're using, you have to just type slash after slash and you can thoroughly use it, okay. So yeah, basically this is how we add a icon to the bottom tab navigation, okay. So we had seen that how to add icons to the bottom tab navigator. We had also seen the changing the color of icon on click. As you can see that we had added a property which whenever we click on any tab, it will change the color of that icon, okay. Now the next task is that add linear gradient background to the home screen, okay. So how we can add a linear gradient background in the home screen? So as you can see that we have a home screen, okay, and we have to use a linear gradient background, okay. So to use that, we have to install one package name as a react native linear gradient. So I have to just do it search npm react native linear gradient, okay. As you can see that we are getting a suggestion react native linear gradient, just open that, okay. And after that you have to open this npm page, you have to copy this command, okay. As you can see that we are like this type of background which we can build it up. So I just copy this command, okay. I have to just stop the server, stop the emulator. I have to just paste this command and hit this, so it will install the react native linear gradient, okay. So it is installed. Now let me again start my emulator, okay. So let's wait for some seconds. So yeah, so it will install the, again it will bundle our app. Now what we're gonna learn, like we're gonna see that how we can add a linear gradient background, okay. So there is one example they have added, like a linear dot gradient background example. So I'm just copy this code, okay, and at the place of this home screen, I'm going to replace with this, Okay, and let's import the linear gradient from the React Native linear gradient. Okay, now at the place of linear gradient, we are gonna do a container name is a container. Okay, now if I make the container for now, container flex 1. Basically, what does flex do? Flex 1, whenever we type flex 1, it will took the whole screen width. Now you can see that we had created a linear gradient background. Okay, so you can see that this is had a different color, and this in the bottom has a different color. Okay, now what color which we want? We want the color, the background color should look like this, light pink, and it's become in the bottom light white color. So use that. What we have to do, you have to click on this iPhone 11 Pro Max, and you have to just click on this. You will get this. You have to click on this first color, so you will get this first color. Okay, and when you click on second color, you will get this second color. Okay, now I'm gonna remove this whole color. I don't want this blue color. Okay, and I have to just replace with the first color, and we have to write hash before any color. Okay, and the second color is also we have to write, which is this one, FC. Okay, and if I reload this, so we can't see any changes right now. So I just reload this, and you can see that how awesome a linear gradient background right now we can see. Awesome. So yeah, so we have seen, basically to implement this, what we have to do, we have to just install the React Native linear gradient package, and after that we can use it linear gradient. And we are like, just like a view, so we have can inside the container we are passing as a flex 1. Okay, and we are good to go. So yeah, we have also seen this how to add a linear gradient background. In the next session, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see like how to build this reusable header component, and this matcher style text search info, and this draggable draggable category. Okay, so yeah, that's all in this video, guys. Thank you. Bye. And if you guys have any questions, so what you have to do, if you guys have any question, so you can see that we have a one WhatsApp group. This is our WhatsApp group, 0 degree coder. So you can message me your doubt regarding this project. If you're getting any bug, any things, if you need any guidance uh, regarding the React Native, so yeah, please let me know. And also, like, please support me for this course. And if you like this course, please like, and just have one comment on the below of this video. That's all, guys. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to our course. In the last video, we have seen that how to add icon to the bottom tab navigation, how to change the color of bottom tab navigation when we click on any item. We had also seen that how to add linear gradient background. So let's see like all the things. So we have seen this, how to add a icon to the bottom tab. When we click on any icon, the color will get changed. We will also see that how to add this linear gradient background. Okay, now in this video, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a reusable header component. We're gonna create a header text, and we're gonna create a search input field along with search icon. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to do. So as you can see that this is the header, like, on the header we have this icon and this goal icon. After that we have another text, and we have this input field. So this is all which we are going to design this in our this video. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, let me open the VS Code. Now you can see that we are at the home screen component. Okay, the home screen, and we are signing with Facebook. So let me remove this. Okay, so inside the source directory, as you can see that we had created only screen directory. Now inside the source, I'm going to create another directory. Name is a components. Okay, the first component which I'm going to create called header.jsx. Okay, and I'm going to type rnfes to create a React Native functional export default style sheet component. Okay, now after that, let me render this header component inside the home screen component. So I have to import this component. Okay, so I imported the header component, and as you can see that we are getting a header component, right? Now on the header component we have a two image. The first image is like the app icon, and another there is one girl icon. Okay, so we want this icon. So first what we have to do, we have to export this icon. So I'm going to export this app icon, as well as I have to also export this icon. So we have to just click on this icon, click on this image, and after that we have to click on export. So as you can see that we have exported these icons. Okay, now inside the source I'm going to create another directory, name is assets. Okay, and we have to just uh, drag and drop these icons. Okay, so inside this I'm to just copy pasting this all the icons. Okay, and let me change the name is called app uh, app icon. Okay, and header girl. Okay, I'm going to name as a dp. Okay, so we had imported, we had downloaded two images from the Figma, and there's one more thing which I just want to add. The Figma link is on your description, so you can check it out if you want to check that. Okay, now let's design the header quickly. So if you see that we have a this header, this icon, this image inside a circle. So let's do that quickly. So first of all what we have to do, we have to add a view. Okay, inside the view we have to import the image. Okay, so I'm importing the image, and we have to define a path source, and we have to import the image. So source require, let's give the path assets. Inside the assets we have called app icon.png. Okay, and I'm gonna write a style is equal to styles dot app icon. Okay, now we can modify the app icon size whatever we want to give. So if you see in this video, in this icon we have the height and width is 28. So let's give a height as a 28, height is a 28, and width as well as 28. Okay, now you can see that we had got the height and width of this. Okay, now we also want to add this circle. Okay, so what we have to do inside this view, we have to also add some styling. So I'm going to name it called styles dot app icon container. Okay, and after that we have to, let's write the styling basically for this. So I'm going to write background color as a this color. Okay, this FFF. Okay, background color, we have defined the background color. Okay, as you can see that it's taken the whole width right now. That's not a big deal. We have to define the height and the width as well. The height and width is, you can see that the 44. So I'm going to define height as a 44 and the width as well 44. Okay, and the border radius I'm going to give as a 22 to make it circle. So whenever we have to make a circle, we have to give half of the height and the width, because as you can see that it's become a circle, but the image is not in the center. So make the image in the center, we have to write justify content center. Okay, and the align items center to make it center horizontally and the vertically. So you can see that the image get into the center. After that you can see that we had designed this, we have another girl image as well. So let's add that as well. So I'm going to remove this header text, and we have to import a girl image as well. So style is equal to styles, oh my bad. So let's import the image quickly. Require, not like this, image source require, and let's add the path and the dp.png. Okay, now as you can see that the height and the width is too high. Let's add a custom style, styles.dp. Okay, so I'm going to style this dp as well. So the dp height and width, as you can see that we have to give 44. So the height will be 44 and the width will be also 44. Okay, to make the image more circle look, so we have to give some border radius as 22. Okay, now you can see that we got this dp in a smaller icon, but you can see that this is not, this is in column direction, so we have to make a flex direction as row. Okay, so the container, this is the container.
Okay, so let's add a container style. Style is equal to styles dot container. So let's write the styling for the container as well. So this is the container. Okay, so I'm going to write flex direction as a row. So when I make a flex direction as row, so you can see that they come in a one direction. Okay, now what I'm going to add, justify content will be space between. Okay, so they will go in a different direction. Okay, so yeah, that's all. That's how we can make this header component looking like a wow. Okay, to add this padding, so basically to add some padding, what we have to do, we have to go inside the home screen, and inside the container we gonna give some padding will be 20. So you can see that the padding is now looking well. Okay, now there's one more thing which I can add as well. So we can have a line item center to make it look like a more center. Okay, so yeah, now after that we had designed this header, reusable header. Now whatever place we need, we have to just reuse this component whatever place we want. Like whatever, if you want this on the product details screen, we have to just import this component and we can use it. This is how we build a reusable header component. So let's understand like how we build it up. First we have a view. Inside the view we have a container. So the container is like flex direction row, justify container space between, and line item center to make it a center looking like a center. Okay, now after that we have a app icon container. In the app icon container I define the background color, height and the width and the border radius, and justify container center and line item centers to make the item inside make it center. And we have defined the app icon width and height, and we have also defined the icon height and width for the DP. Okay, so this is the header component which we had designed right now. So we have seen that how to design reusable header component. Okay, now the next thing is that we have to style this matcher style. Okay, so let's do that as well. So I'm going to inside the home screen. Okay, and after the header we have to type text, and inside this we have to type this. We have to just select the text, just copy paste that text, matcher style. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to style this. To style this, the font size is 28 and the color is black. So let's do that. So we have to write like a styles dot match text. So I'm going to name as a match text. Okay, and if I scroll down, we have to write like this. Font size will be what? The font size is 28 and the color is this black. So let's add a font size is 28 and the color which I want, that is called 000. Now you can see that we got the text right, but if you see in this video we have some margin top and the margin bottom as well. So let's add this margin top quickly. Margin top will be 20. So you can see that we get some margin, but I think it still needs some more margin. So let's add a 25 margin. Okay, now it's looking better than the last one. Okay, now we had created this matches style text. Now after that we have a one search input field along with the search icon. So let's design that quickly as well. To design that, what we have to do, we have to write like this view, and inside this view we have to write uh, okay, so we need what, we need one text input along with this search icon. So I'm going to call this view as a styles dot name input container. So there's one typo. Okay, now inside the input container we gonna have a two element. The first is icon and the second one is called input field. So let's add an icon. So to add the icon, let's went to the React Native vectors icon directory, React Native vector icon directory. Okay, and just let me open this, and we have to search, right, search. Okay, so we get the search icon, and I think I should prefer feeder icon looks I think evil icons looks better. And let me search another icon as well. I think this Fontiso is looking well. Fontiso. So I'm going to use this Fontiso icon. This is looking better. To use this icon, what we have to do, we have to do like this. Let me do import Fontiso from React native vector icons slash uh, slash Fontisto. Okay. Now after importing that, we have to write like this. Uh, Inside the input container view, we have to uh, Fontiso. Okay. Let's give the name. The name is search. Okay, and we can define a size as well. Size will be whatever you want to pass. For now 20, and the color whatever I want to pass. Okay, so as you can see that we are able to see the this search icon on this view. And let's see what is the search icon color. So the search icon color, which is something CCC, so let's do that. Okay, so the search icon color is this color, and the font size is like, if you see this icon size is called 26, so let's add a size as a 26 instead of 20. Okay, now after that we have one input field as well. We want input text input. Okay, and I'm going to call as a style is equal to styles dot text input. Okay, now let's quickly style this input container. So let me hit this like this and like this. Okay, so after the match text, I'm going to write input container. The background color is white, which we want. So you can see that this is the color, the white. So I'm going to use background color as a white. Okay, the height, the height is like, almost 48, and some border radius is a 12. So let's add height as a 48, not more than 48. My bad, the height is 48. Okay, and the border radius, which you can see that border radius 12. So let's add a border radius as a 12, border radius is a 12. Okay, now after that, which you can see that the search icon is not in the center. To make the search icon center, what you have to write, justify content center. Okay, so when we write justify content center, it doesn't work anyway. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to write align item center. If I write align item center, it went to this center, so we have to remove justify content center, just having a align item center. Okay, now after that, if you see styles.text input, so we have to make it as a text input, make it flex as a 1. Okay, if I make it a flex as 1, nothing changed. So before that, we have to also write flex direction as a row. Currently the flex direction is column way, and that's why it's not working well as expected. So if I just show you the by adding a border width, so you guys are able to understand it better manner. A border color will be for now black. Okay, so as you can see that before, like, without applying the flex direction row, this is how our text input looks like. But when we apply this flex direction row, so we get it like this, and the flex is a 1, so we are taking the rest of the width. Okay, now after that, there's one more thing. So let's add a styling to the Fontiso as well. Style. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap inside a view, and this is gonna be style and styles dot icon container. Okay, and let's style the icon container as well. So what I want some margin horizontal as a margin horizontal at a 20, 22 or 30. It's too, I think, too much, so let's make it 20. And I'm going to remove this border width as well. Okay, so you can see that we are able to looks good. Now I think it's looks so good if I make it 15. Yep. Now in the input container we want some margin top as well. So inside the input container I'm going to give margin top as a 10. Okay, I think margin vertical, let's give the margin vertical instead of margin vertical will be 10. Let's make it 20. Okay, now if you see we have to add a placeholder text as a search. So let's add a placeholder text inside the text input as well. Placeholder has a search. Okay, now if I reload this, is so you can see that how looking matches style text. Okay, so we have seen like how to create this matches style text. We have seen like how to design this input container along with the search icon. Okay, and after that we have seen this header text, we have seen the search input field along with the search icon. So yeah, that's all in this video. I think in the next video what we're gonna do, we're gonna see that how we can design this category button, and after that we will talk about how to design this product icon. Okay, so let's summarize the system of what we have done quickly. So basically we had created one directory name as a component, header component, and inside this we have a container, we have an icon container like this, and just having a some flex tags and row, justify contain space between, align item center, all the properties. Okay, and inside the home screen we are just calling that header component. After that we have a one text called matcher style. Okay, and we have defined some font size, font weight, all the things. And to make this input container, like how we make the input container, we have to find an input container, and inside that we have icon container which we are giving some padding as well, some margin. And after that we have a text input, so you can see this is a text input where we had added some style. So yeah, that's all in this video guys. See you guys in the next video and designing this category button. Thank you, bye, and please let me know guys if you have any question on this course, please let me know. And if you're facing any issue, any error, so what you have to do, you have to just open this uh, my WhatsApp. You have to just scan this using your WhatsApp and just send me message on the group like whatever bug or whatever issue are you getting. And if you need any guidance or any help, just let me know. Thank you, bye. Hey guys, welcome back to our course. In the last video we have talked about how to create a reusable header. We have seen that how to create header text and search input along with the search icon. Okay, so let's see that whatever we had done. So you can see that this is the header and this search input along with the search icon we had created in the last video. In this video we are targeting to create a horizontal is category is callable. Basically this is the category section where we can user can call this category. So we are going to style this, we are going to build this. So let's see how we can do it. So first of all, I'm going to create one component name as a category. Okay, in the headers, in the component section I'm going to create one file called category.jsx. Okay, now I went to the home screen. Now you can see that this is all the code for this is the linear gradient, and after that we have a header, matches style text, and we have a search input code. Okay, now here we have a called category section. Okay, and this is the code for uh, input container. So I'm adding comments that is become easier for you guys to understand that as well. So I'm going to call as category. So let's import the okay, first of all let's create a component of category by typing the rnfes. Okay, so it create a category component, and let's go to the home screen. Now I'm going to import this component category here. Okay, now as you can see that it is imported the category component. Now let's design this category. So you can see that on the category we have some height and width as well, and some border radius. So let's do that quickly as well. So we're gonna have a text as a trending now text as well. So I'm just going to copy paste this text with the trending now. As you can see that now I'm going to add a style here. Style is equal to styles dot uh, styles dot category text. Okay, now let's style it as well quickly. So first of all, we have to specify a font size. The font size is that you can see the font size is 16 and semi bold. Okay, so let's add that as well. Font size will be 16. Font weight will be 600. Okay, now after that we have to also add this background color. So and the color is this color. Let's add the color as well. Color is this color, and add a background color as well. So background color will be like this is the color which we want. Okay, awesome. Now as you can see that we had created a trending now button, but it's taking a whole bit. Okay, that's not a big problem, we will figure it out. Now we have to specify a height and width as well. So let's do that as well. The uh, height is 41. Okay, not like this. Let's give some padding so that is become easier. Padding will be 20. Okay, and let's give a text align in the center. Text align center. Okay, and after that, what we're gonna do? We had designer trending now, and let's add some border radius as well. Border radius will be 20. Oh yeah, it should be okay. 16 also works. 16. I'm going to give a border radius is 16. Okay, now we can see that we have created a trending now component. Okay, now to use this, what we have to do to make it like is callable, and we have to do like this. Let me show you guys. What we have to do like this. Flat list. We have to import the flat list. We have to pass a data like this data, and we're gonna have a category data. So let's create a category data here quickly. Inside this, I'm going to create a category. Uh, categories. We're gonna have a trending now categories. Uh, all new, all. We have gonna have a new. We have a gonna men's. We have gonna humans. Uh, humans category. There's all the categories which we have, and let's pass that. Okay. Now after passing the categories, we have to pass a component as well. Render item will be our component, so that will be our category component. Okay, so as you can see that we are able to see this trending component, and what we have to do as well, we have to pass uh, sorry, something called uh, let me show you something. uh, List direction something. There is one property called okay, before that we have to also pass one object called key extractor, where we get the item and we just passing the item for the key extractor, and something called there is one direction which I'm forgetting right now. uh, so okay, so we gonna have a horizontal as a true. We have to pass a horizontal as a true to make it horizontal is callable. Okay, so as you can see that it's become horizontal is callable just by passing this property. Okay, now we are able to see this. Perfect. Now let's go to the category and design the stuff as well. So first you can see that the padding is too high, so let's make a padding of 10 instead of having a 20. Okay, now as you can see the padding become 10. Okay, now we also want to give some margin horizontal as well. The margin horizontal will be 10 as well. And if I reload this, so whenever we do some changes, we have to reload this because it's a flat list. Okay, now I think it's looking better, but the padding horizontal which we need more. So I'm going to give a padding horizontal as a 20, and I'm going to remove this padding top for now. Padding top will be get removed. Okay, and the padding vertical. Now I'm going to give it some padding vertical will be 10. And if I reload this, let me reload this. Now as you can see that this is looking much more better. Okay, but you can see that this is the looking like well, but as you can see that this is called like this is looking like this. So we are showing this no indicator, so we gonna have to remove this as well. So let's remove that. To remove this is callable, what we have to do, we have to write uh, so horizontal is called indicator as a false. Okay, now the next thing is that what we are gonna do, basically when we click on this item, if we click on trending now, it will should get clicked to the trending now. If we gonna have to create this like this functionality. So what we gonna do, we gonna create a property called const selected uh, selected category set selected uh, category. Okay, and by default user state gonna be null for now. Okay, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna pass some property to here inside this component. So to pass this component, what we get the item from here. Okay, not like this, we get the item like this here, and inside the component category component we have to pass this props. So first props is item, we have to pass the item, and the second prop is called category. Selected category is equal to selected category, and the second property is called set selected category, and it should be value of set selected category. Set uh, set selected category. Okay, so what we are doing, we are passing is all the properties. Selected category is a state and the set selected category. Okay, now let's read this all the property from here. Okay, so first property is called item, and the second property is called selected category, and the third is called set selected. Okay, let's copy paste from the here, set selected category. Okay, so we are getting three, there's three all stuff. Okay, and instead of showing only trending now, we have to make it dynamic. We can make it dynamic like this item. Okay, now as you can see that we are getting all the items, right? And when we click that, it should get updated to like let's we have to make like this. We have to make like this. Let me remove the background color. By default the background color which we need, let me do that. So by default the background color should look like this, this color. Okay, so let me do like this. So as you can see that the background color become like this, and the color which we want, if by default color is this color. So let's copy paste that color as well. So so the color which you can see that this is the color which we want. Oh my bad. Okay, this is the color for the background color. So now as you can see that we have a trending now, all the things buttons. Okay, now let's suppose if I do selected category. So if we have to add extra styling here. Okay, so to make this extra styling, what we have to do, we have to do like this. If selected category is equal to item, then what you have to do, then you have to add a property called color as this color. Okay, this color I want to add, and the background color will be this color. Okay, so let's add the background color as well. Okay, so you can see that we had added condition if selected category is equal to item, and then what we have to do, we have to add this styling as well. So if I reload this, if I click on this, nothing happened, nothing is working, because we had not listening to the this, we are not updating the value, we are not update. Let's update the value as well. So at the place of view, we are going to use touchable opacity. Okay, and let's do that, touchable opacity. Okay. And on trace event, what we gonna do, we gonna set selected category as a item, whatever item we are getting, set selected into item. If I click on trending now, you can see this is get selected, and the selected category value is also coming as a selected value. So if I show you, the currently selected category value is coming as a null, and if I clicking on any tag, so that is value become, and we are checking that if selected category is equal to item, then update the item with this color. Perfect. So this is how we create a uh, horizontal scrollable flat list component. Let's summarize this stuff quickly, whatever we had done till that. So first of all, what we had done, we went to the home screen component. We created one dummy component named as a category. So as you can see, this is a category component. Here what we are doing, here we had just created one text, and inside the text we had passed them the styling, like the category text, font size, font weight, okay, and the background color, and the text align center, all the properties, and border radius, margin horizontal, padding vertical. Okay. After that, what we do, we create one flat list. That is a flat list. We are passing a data. So the data is like this: categories trending now, all new men's and women's. Okay, and we are passing inside the rendered item. We have to pass a component. Okay, but we have to pass some extra parameter as well for this, to make it highlight. So we are getting the item, we are passing the item, we are passing the selected category. So we are creating one state called selected category. It says selected category. By default, the use state value is null. Okay. If I make the by default state value is a men's, so you can see that the my men's will get selected by default, as you can see that. Okay. Okay, so we have created one state selected category and set selected category. Okay, we are passing those properties to the this category component along with the item. So we are passing the item, we are getting the item from this render item, and we are passing the selected category, set selected category. We went to the category component, we destructure this all the value item, selected category, set selected category. Okay, and we are having our touchable opacity. Inside this, we are just rendering the text, and whenever user click on any item, what we are doing is we are just setting, we are updating the set selected category value with the new value, whatever the user click on that. Okay, and after that, what we are doing, we are checking that if selected category is equal to whatever the item the user gets selected, is it matching with the current item? If match, then as this property, like make the background colors are this and the color with this. Okay, and the by default color is this color. Okay, so this is how we make a scrollable flat list horizontal uh, category component. Okay, so yeah, that's all in this video, guys. I think it's quite a bit easier to make it. I know for you guys, like passing this data is one of the most crucial parts, one of the most crucial topic in how to do pass component data from one component to another component. So that's one of the most crucial part which you guys should know, and that's why, like I love to cover this topic, like and you guys maybe master this after building this course. Okay, and there's one more thing which I just want to add. If you guys facing any issue while creating this flat list or header component, this just let me know in the group. So we had a one group. uh, I always tell to you guys, like we have one group. Let me show you the group. So this is the group. What you have to do, you have to just scan to your what by opening your WhatsApp, and you can join our group. And if you're facing any issue, any simple error, just let me in the group. We will help you out. Okay. And apart from that, yeah, that's all in this video, guys. In the next video, we are going to create this product card. This product card. And yeah, that's all in this video, guys. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we have seen that how to make this header, how to make this scrollable category component, and how to manage this state whenever we click on any category. Okay, so in this video, what we gonna do, we are going to design this product card. Okay, as you can see that how it's looking good. We're gonna have some scrollable, this all the things user can like the product and so on. Okay, so basically what we are targeting for today, on day 5, we are going to create a product card component, and we are trying to wrap up the home page complete. Okay, so let's try that how we can do it. First, if I go to the home screen, so we are showing this categories components. Now we're gonna have a next thing called product component, product list. Okay, so first of all, let's create one component name is a product card dot jsx. Okay, so as you can see that we have created one component called product card. Let's create quickly one component by typing r and fes. So it created one product card component. Okay, I went to the home screen component, and now you can see that let's understand the code. We have a header component, this is text component, and we have an input container, we have this category section. Okay, now we are going to do what? We are going to do the product listing component. So first let's do like this. We're gonna have a one view for now, and let's import the product card which we had created right now. Okay, so as you can see that we are able to see a product card which is coming in the bottom of this screen, and that's too weird, like why it's coming in the bottom. So let's try to debug that. So we have a flex one, so I'm going to remove this flex one property because I don't need any flex one property. Okay, because it's gonna be one is callable, something like that. Okay, and we have an input container, and we have a text input, and along with the this. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have a product card. Okay, so I just created two product card component because in this row, and this in this one row has a two column, that's why I created one two component right now. And we're gonna style this as well. So style will be display okay, so let's do flex direction as a row. Okay, now as you can see that we have defined a flex direction as a row, and let's go to the product card component and let's start designing this component. So first of all, you can see that we have a one image. Okay, so let's import a one image, export. So what we have to do to get this image, we have to just click on this image and we have to export this image. So I just exported it, and I'm going to rename this image name as a girl. Okay, and inside this my directory, inside the asset directory, I'm going to just paste that. Okay, so let's go to the product card component. So first of all, we have a one view, and inside that we have a title and the price. Okay, so first of all, we have a view. Okay, and let's add a one image quickly, image, and we're gonna have a source. Okay, and let's require that image. So the path is on the assets directory. On the assets we have called girl.png. Okay, and I'm gonna style this is a styles dot cover image. Okay, and let's style the cover image as well quickly. So as you can see that the height and the width of this image is like almost 256. Okay, and some border radius of 20. So let's give the height of 256 and the border radius of 20. Okay, border radius of 20. Now when we see that we also have to give some uh, width as well, so let's do that as well like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the parent component as a styles.container, styles.container. Okay, and for the container I'm going to give the flex one property. Okay, so it will took the with rest of the element. Okay, now you can see that we are getting something like this. That's too weird. Okay, let's add a width as well also. Width will be what? Width will be 167 for now. So let's add a width for now 167. Okay, now you can see that we are getting this item like this. Okay, and if I we have to give some margin, vertical will be 10. Okay, so I think now it's looking better. Yep. And after that we have okay, let me show you, how it's looking for border. If I make a one border width of 1 and border color, so you guys understand the all the stuff how it's gonna looking. So you can see that we had defined on the home screen we have defined a flex action as row, and inside that we had running to product card component. On the product card component we had given some flex one, so it taken the 50% width of this and 50% width of this. Okay, and after that we have defined a height and width. If I make the width as 100%, and let's see how it's gonna looking. So this is how it's gonna be look like. And after that, what we have to do, we have to do margin horizontal will be 10 as well to get some margin. So it should be like this: margin uh, left. I think margin right looks better. Okay, margin right 10. So we're gonna have some. Okay, let's leave it. I think uh, we can have a like this. If I just remove it, and to get some spacing between this item, what we supposed to do, we can have a like this: justify content space between. Okay, and if I make the space between, still it doesn't work. Okay, so instead of doing like this, we can have some margin, I think. So let's go to the product card. We're gonna have a margin uh, right, margin left will be 10. If I make it, still it doesn't work for me. Okay, leave it then. So I think I can make it 90% width, and we're gonna get some width. Okay, perfect. So after that, so as you can see that first of all, what we done, we have designed a container. The container is flex1, and we had defined a image. We defined the image style as a cover image. The height is 256 with 100%, border radius 20, margin vertical 10, and margin left as a 10. Okay, now after that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a one this price text, title text, and this text. Okay, so we have a color this, and the font size is 18. So let's add as well quickly. So we're gonna have a text, and the title is jacket jeans, and we're gonna style is the styles dot title. Okay, and let's style this as well quickly. Font size will be what, will be 18. Okay, and the color which we supposed to be, let's do that color which I want. It's called black, this asterisk 444, and have some font weight as well, almost 600. Okay, cool. I think looking better. And we're gonna have a one more text that is for the price. So let's add the price as well. So we're gonna have this price text, and we're gonna have a price name, and the color of this price is like gonna be this, and 18 same. So let's add a price. Font size will be 18 as well. Color will get changed to this color. Okay, let me do it right now. So this is the color, and after that we're gonna have a font weight. Font weight will be almost 600. Okay, and awesome. I think it's looking better. Okay, now as you can see that we need some, this is out of this, so we need some padding as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a one view, and inside this view I'm going to put my content, and I'm gonna do like this style styles dot content. Okay, styles dot content, and I'm gonna name is like content, and padding horizontal will be 10. If I make it padding horizontal 10, so you can see that it's went in the action. So I'm gonna do this padding left will be 10, not 10, I think let's do it 15. 15, my bad. 15, padding left 15, I think looking better. Yeah, this is how we had designed the product component, and I think we need some more margin top. So we're gonna have a margin top as a 10 more. Okay, yeah, perfect. I think perfect. Now if we go on the home screen, for now let's just loop once more times to see how it's gonna look like. So this is how it's gonna be looking awesome. Now we can see that we have a one heart icon as well. This is the heart icon which we have designed. So let's design that as well. So what we have to do, React Native Vectors Icons directory, we have to go there and just type heart. Okay, so we had typed the heart and we get this end design icon. I think end design icon looking better. So after that, let's go to the product card component. Okay, and I'm gonna have a one view. Okay, inside this view I'm gonna just use the and design icon. Okay, and let's import the and design as well. So import and design from the React Native vectors icons slash and design. Okay, so I get the and design, and the name will be what's design. The name will be what? Name will be hot 2. Okay, to get the hot, and the size will be what? Let's define the size as well. So the size is almost 20. So let's define a size as well. The size is 20, and the color which we want, the color should be what color? Let's check it out on the Figma quickly. So this is the color of this heart. So let's copy that and replace that color as well. And if I reload this app and check it out, so you can see that we have a heart icon with the color of red. Now what we want, that this heart icon should be on the top of this image. Okay, in the hair. So what we have to do, we have to do some positioning. We have to play with the position. To play with the position, what we have to do, we have to write styles dot heart container, or like container. Like heart container is not looking too good name, so I'm gonna name is like container. Okay, now the like container will be like some height and width. So for that, first of all, we're gonna have some color will be 34. Oh sorry, my bad. Height and width is 34, and the color is so let's define a height, width 34, and background color will be a white. Okay, and if I reload this, so you can see that it's something looking like this. Okay, so I'm gonna have a justified content as a center as well, align items center as well. Okay, we have done the justify content center, align items, and we're gonna have some border radius to make it circle by passing the data as a 17. Okay, now you can see that we have a heart icon, and to make this on the top of image, what we have to do, we have to apply position as a absolute, and on the parent where we want that I want this on this container. So what I have to do, position relative. Okay, now what we have to do for the like container, we have to make on the top, from the top we want 0, and from the right we want almost 15. If I make this is looking like this. So I think we need some more margin from the top, so we make the 15. I think we need some more, so let's make it 20 more. No, not more. So let's make it 20 as well. This one, this side as well, from the right side. Oh, awesome. Now it's looking much more better, which I supposed to do. Yeah, this is looking perfect. Now when we click on this heart icons, this should convert to the fillet icon. Okay, to make it fillet, what we have to do, we have to do something like this. So basically, to achieve that, let me show you how we can do it. So is liked, set is liked, we're gonna have a one state quickly to understand that. By default it's gonna be a false value, and if it's liked value, if it's liked is true, then we're gonna have a something this icon and design. If it's false, then again I'm showing same icon. Now what we're gonna do, you can see that different, we are showing conditionally icon, like same icon. So instead of showing this icon, we gonna show this heart icon, filled icon. Okay, so if it's true, then we have gonna show the is like is true. Okay, instead of having a view, we're gonna have a use touchable opacity. My bad. Touchable opacity. Okay, I imported touchable opacity from this React Native. Okay, and when we click on this, it should be make the update the state on press. We're gonna change the state by set is liked is equal to uh, make it is liked. Okay, the if I make it true, then you can see that. Awesome. So this is how we can create a heart icon as well. Perfect. Now you can see that this is looking awesome. Now we're gonna have a flat list instead of having this data. We're gonna have a flat list. So I'm just commenting this code for now, and we're gonna have a flat list. Okay, and here we're gonna pass the data. So let's suppose we're gonna have some data 1 2 3 4 5 6 for now, and we're gonna have a render item component. Inside the render item component, we have to pass the component product card. Okay, and now you can see that it's throwing some error, invalid hook calls, and the thing we are getting issue because this is the because of this state this thing error. We can't call the user state inside the child component while using the flat list. So I'm just making is like component uh, by default true, and I'm going to make it remove it. Okay, so instead of doing like this, uh, we're gonna pass the that state as well. So currently I'm just removing it for now, and we'll explain you why I remove it. Okay, so I think it's looking much more better. Now let me reload this quickly. Awesome. So we have some data looking like this. That's too weird, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 component. Okay, and let me close this application. We got some hang, so I'm going to open this up again. Okay, now you can see that this is the data looking like this. We have to do what? We have to type column. Number of columns will be 2. Okay, if I make a number of columns 2, so now you can see that we are getting this becomes studying much more. The category component become weird. So let's fix it. So whenever we are scrolling, that you can see that the list of the item is not scrollable. Okay, so what we have to do to make the list of the item scrollable? So inside the flat list component, in the header component, we have one property called list header component. Inside that, we're gonna have to pass the whole component. So first of all, let's pass the category section code. So I just passing this as well. Okay, and if I scroll down, so you can see that the category is also scrolling. So we have to also make this scrollable, this input container as well. So we have to pass inside this. Okay, inside the list header component, and if I scroll down, so you can see that it is scrolling, and we have to also pass this text inside this list header component. Okay, and if I reload this, okay, now if I make it scroll to the top, now it's working as well expected. Awesome. So yeah, that's how we can build a scrollable product listing component. And there's one more thing which I just want to add, guys, that is called we don't want to show this vertical indicator. To make this vertical indicator as of default false, so what we have to do, we have to go there and show vertical scroll indicator. We have to make it false. Okay, now you can see that we are not able to see that vertical scroll indicator. Okay, now there's one more thing which I just want to add, like which we have talked about, rendering this heart icon. So what we have to do, I'm going to create one state called const is liked set is liked. Okay, and the use state by default gonna be a false. Okay, now here we are rendering our product component, right? Where is that? Yeah, here is that. So instead of doing like that, we're gonna do like this. We get the item, we get the index, and we're gonna have a product card. Here we are passing item, as the name is item, and we're gonna also pass this property, uh, is is like listed as well. Is liked is equal to, the value will be is liked, and set is liked, and pass the set is like listed as well. Okay, now let's go to the product card component. We have to destructure this is liked uh, property value, and set is liked value as well. So let's import that as well. Now you can see that we have is liked. So if is liked is true, then we are rendering this hot icon. Otherwise we are just rendering this outline icon. Now we have to make it functionable. So make it functionable, what we have to do, we have to do like this: set is liked is equal to the opposite value of is liked value. If I make it true, so you can see that it's currently becoming all the properties are true, but we have to handle for the individual as well. So let's summarize is what we have learned in this video. Okay, so I'm going to just close all the components. So in the home screen, what we had done, we had created one flat list. Let me show you guys the flat list which I created. This is the flat list which I created for the product list. We defined the number of columns as 2, and we're gonna have some data 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we are rendering one product card. Inside the product card we are passing a is like set is like property. Okay, and in the product card what we have done, we had created this card is style.contain. Inside the content we have given the margin as a 1, and we can give some margin top as a 20 as well. Okay, now we are like rendering one image. After that we are showing the content, jacket, jeans, price, all the stuff, and we are handling this stuff. Okay, awesome. Now you can see that when you're scrolling now, it's not more scrolling to add that as well. So we have property called container uh, content container basically there is one style which we have to pass, that is called content container style, content container style, and we have to give some padding. Bottom will be almost 50. Now if I make it 50, so you can see that now it's scrollable. If I make it 150, it will be much more scrollable like this. Okay, so yeah, that's, and another thing is that we have also given one list header component, and all of the data which we want is callable. We had passed that all the data inside this list header component. Okay, like this, as you can see that. Okay, so yeah, we have talked about like we have what we had done, completed it. We have created a product card component. We had completed the home page. Now what we are going to do in the next video, we are going to create a array of data where we're gonna render the different images, and when we click on any product image, it's open to the product details page. Okay, so yeah, that's all in this video guys. See you guys in the next video, and if you guys facing any issue or any things, just let me know in this group. Okay, you can ping me on this group, and yeah, that's all in this video. Thank you, bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video we have seen that how to create this product card component, and we had loop inside a flat list component. We have also seen that how to make this scrollable, this category button, and this text info field. Okay, so let's understand the last code quickly. So we are inside the home screen component, and you can see that we are having a linear gradient component, and after that we are rendering a header component. So that's why the header component is sticky, and after that we have a product flat list where we are passing a number of columns to. That's why we are getting two data in a row, and after that we have passing one props called list header component, and inside that we had passed some this text and input container, and we are having a category section as well. Okay, and whenever you pass any component inside the list header component, that is almost scrollable. That's why this matches style component is scrollable. After that we are having passing a data 1 2 3 4 5 6, and that's why we are getting 6 data here. And inside the render item we are rendering a product card component. Okay, and here we are passing item is like the state and set is like the state as we have created above on the top. Okay, and we can toggle this is like the state. Okay, perfect. Now in this video what we are going to do thoroughly, basically we are going to make the dynamic product data mapping. Okay, this is first thing. Basically we are having one data and we're gonna loop that, and we're gonna make the light functionality works. Basically when we click on a single item, that will only items get clicked. After that we will see like how do we create nested stack navigation. Basically we gonna have a nested stack navigation. Basically when we click on product page product, it will open to the inside the nested navigation. So we will talk about how to do nested navigation, and we're gonna create the product data screen. Okay, so let's do the first thing, dynamic product data mapping. So for that we need a data. To get the data, what we have to do, I will provide this repository link. This is the repository link. You have to go inside the data and you have to click on data.json. You have to just copy this data. Okay, and I will provide this data, this link in the description box as well. So you have to just copy this, copy this data, copy this raw file. After that what you have to do, you have to create one directory inside the source directory, name as a data. Okay, inside that I'm going to create a file called data.json, and we have to just dump all the code, dump all the data. Okay, after that we have to go inside the home screen component. Okay, and we have to import that data. So let's import the data. Import data from inside the data slash data.json file. Okay, so we have imported that data file. Okay, and now I'm going to create one state called const products set products. Okay, and by default in the user state I'm gonna pass the products data dot products state. So basically inside this product state we are gonna having this all the data. Okay, and after that instead of like rendering this 1 2 3 4 5 6, we are going to render this data products data. And if you thoroughly see it, look at the data, we are having a 20 data almost, and each data is object has a id, image, title and the price, as you can see that. Okay, after that let's go to the home screen. If I reload the app, now you can see that we are getting almost 20 data. Okay, now after that inside the product card component, you can see that we are destructuring the item and the index. Okay, we are passing that item and is like the state and set is like the state to the this component. So let's go to the product card component and make the dynamic all the things. Okay, so first of all let's make the dynamic to the this image. So here we have to also destructure the item as well from the props. Okay, and the first parameter which we have to do, that is called rendering the image. To render the image we have to write URI and we have to write item dot image. Okay, now as you can see that all the images become dynamic. Okay, and you can see that we have added all the image, this image URL, another and so on. Okay, now after that we have to make the title as well dynamic. So what we have to do, you have to write here item dot title. As you can see that the title is the key for this different key. So now you can see that we have leather jacket, blue jeans, blah blah blah. Okay, now let's make the price dynamic as well. So we have key called item dot price. Okay, now as you can see that the price become also dynamic. Perfect. Now if I reload this, so you can see that there is one bug. If I clicking on one heart, it is making it all the heart selected and deselected. Now what I supposed to do, basically if I click on a single heart, it will only highlight that only one single heart. So what we have to do, so we have to go on the home screen component and I'm going to create one function called const handle liked. Okay, and here we gonna get the item. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, basically I'm gonna do new products. Okay, first I'm gonna run a loop on existing products.map. Okay, and we get the item. After that what I'm gonna do, if item dot I'm going to name as a product instead of item, product if product.id is equal to item.id, okay, if it's matching with the parameter which I'm getting, what I have to do basically, I have to return this like this, and we have to split this product state. After that, I'm gonna do like is like is it true, okay. Now after this, if it's not part of a block, we have to write return product. Now if you understand this code base, so what is happening, we are having a products array, we are just looping that item, and we are checking that if product.id is mapping is equal to with the item which I'm passing, then what we have to do, just split the whole object and make the is like as true, okay. Otherwise return the else object, okay. Now after that, what we have to do, we have to set product to the new products, okay. Now after that, we have to pass this handle like but function to the here inside this. So we don't want to pass this as well, okay. It's like there is like we're gonna pass this only handle like state, okay. And after that, let's go to the product card component, and if we check only if item dot is liked is true, item dot what we have to check, item dot is like property is true, then only we have to you know render this highlighted dot, as otherwise render the normal heart, okay. If I reload this, okay, now still you can see that is it still rendering this heart icon, so that's a bug. Let me figure out once more. So first of all, we are getting, let's remove this is like set is like state. We are gonna have a handle like function, we are calling this function, and what we have supposed to pass here, inside here we have to pass the item, okay. Now item dot is like is initially is gonna be it's gonna be false, so it always render this hot state, okay, which I'm wrong I think, okay. So we have to do like this. So if I click on any heart icon, so you can see that it's becoming like this. So the mistake is that which I was doing basically, this if its item is like is true, then we have to render this heart icon, the colored heart icon. This is the color heart icon, this is uh, colored heart icon, basically filled one, okay. This is the filled one icon, and let me reload this quickly. Now as you can see that we are having a heart icon. If I click on any heart icon, so it's only reflecting that heart icon. So let's understand like how it's happening. To understand this, so let's understand quickly. So let's remove this code because we don't want. So what is happening, we are having a product state and set product state, and we are passing one function handle like this state. So we are getting the item, whatever the item user clicking on that. So first I'm mapping with the product.map, and I'm checking that a product.id mapping with the this id, basically if that id exists in the product object. So just add one property called is like as true, and after that I'm just setting the updating this product state, okay. Now here we can see that inside the product card component, what am I trying to do basically, uh, I'm just getting a handle like the state, okay. And after that we am just updating the all the images, and whenever user click on heart icon, I'm just passing that item, and we are checking that if item is logged is true, then render this heart icon, fill in heart icon, otherwise render this normal heart icon, okay. So yeah, that's yeah, that's how we have to solve this problem. So if we take a look in the notion, so we have seen that how to make dynamic product data mapping, make the functionality works. So after that, we have to work on a nested navigation functionality. So let's see how we can do that as well. So let's first of all, when we click on this tab button, this product card, it should open inside this another screen basically. So that's why we want any another the screen name as a stack navigation as well. So to get the stack navigation, what we have to do, you have to type react navigation, okay, react native navigation, okay. Just open this. Now click on read docs. As we have already set up install this react navigation native, and we have also installed this package as well, and After that, you have to just click on this. You have to install this package stack navigation. Just copy this command, paste it here, and hit enter. Okay, now you can see that it get installed. Now after that, what I'm trying to suppose to do, guys, let you know quickly. So the thing which I want to do, if we go to the app.jsx, okay, now here we are having a tab screen name as a home, right? Now here we are having a child component, like the home screen, the product card has one child component as well, right? Now basically what I'm trying to tell you guys that like home screen gonna have a one child screen as well. Basically when we click on this, it should be open the product details screen, and that's why we want a nested navigation. To get that, what we have to do basically, let me remove this code. I think we are not using, okay. So basically what we have to do, we have to create one const my home stack component, my home stack. Okay, inside that what we have to do, we have to return like this. Okay, and inside that we have to do something like this. Let me show you guys. So we have to first initialize const stack is equal to create native stack navigation. So after that, let's import this as well. Okay, and we have to do like the stack.navigator and stack.screen. So let me copy this quickly. Okay, and have to do like this. Okay, and stack.navigator and stack.screen. Okay, so first of all what we're gonna have a home screen, and let's import the home screen as well. So we have already imported the home screen, and we're gonna have an extension called product. Let me rename this name in the camel casing form, like capital casing, and another component called product details. Okay, and let's go to the source directory. Inside the screens, I'm gonna create another component name as a product details screen, product details screen.jsx, and I'm gonna use rnfes command to create a new React Native component. Okay, now let's go to the home component, and we have to just paste that component and just type control plus space and import that product details screen component. Okay, now after that, here we are just rendering a home screen component. Now here we have to pass the my home stack, this component. Okay, and instead of having a home, we have to name as a home stack. Okay, now let me reload this quickly. If I reload this, my bad, nothing worked. Okay, so let me stop the server because something is crashed right now. So I'm going to type npm start again. Okay, so it will start the server and again do the rebundle stuff. So let me type the stuff again. So if I thoroughly explain you what I had done, so first of all I install the stack navigation. After that I create one function or component called my home stack. Here we are having a setup called home screen where we are passing the home screen, another screen called product details screen where we are having a product details screen. Okay, now after that let's see that. Okay, now let's go to the home screen component. Here we are having a product card. Okay, now whenever user click on this component, it should navigate to the product screen, and this icon should be highlighted as well, and that's why we are using nested navigation. Okay, now what I'm going to do, const navigation is equal to use navigation. Okay, now to navigate from one screen to another screen, we have to use navigation hook. Okay, now as you can see that we have added touchable, we have replaced the view with a touchable opacity and add a one on press event as well. Here what we're gonna do basically, here we're gonna do navigation dot navigate. We have to pass the path, so the path gonna be product details component. Okay, so let me pass that path and let me reload this quickly. Now if I click on this card, as you can see that we are getting into the product details screen, and it's highlighting this card as well, this icon as well, and that is possible only because of the nested stack navigation, like nested navigation. Now if you can see that we are showing this headers as well, so we can we can remove this. We don't want to show these headers. To remove that, what we have to do, we have to type headers shown as a false. If I make it false, now you can see that if I click on this, now we can't see any this basically header gets removed. Perfect. Now let's go back to the product card again. Now let's suppose I want to pass some data as well. So how we can pass the data? Basically we have to just pass the data like this inside the item object. Okay, now let's go to the product details screen. Product details screen. Now we have to design this screen like this. Okay, so let's design this thoroughly quickly. So to design this, first of all, what we have to do, we gonna have a, I use a linear gradient background because it's a linear gradient background. To use that linear gradient background, we are already using on this home component. So let me copy paste quickly. Copy, and let's go to this product details screen. So you can see that I just copy and paste the linear gradient, and let me import this linear gradient from as well. Okay, now you can see that whenever the component is loading, we are get back to this home screen page, and that's become our development slow. To fix that, what we want that the initial router name should be product details screen. So how we can trigger out this? So we're gonna have one property name called initial router name, and we can define as a product details screen. And if I reload this, so always it's gonna render this product details screen. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to this component, and we're gonna have a container. Inside the container, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pass the flex as a 1, and now you can see that awesome gradient background. Okay, now we're gonna have a one view, and inside this view I'm gonna style this styles dot header container. Okay, and after that we're gonna have a header component. Kabile. So now you can see that we are importing a header component here. Okay, now if I show you guys how it's gonna looking, so this is how it's looking, header container. Now I want some, if you see look at here, so we have some padding and margin. To give that padding and margin, what we have to do, we have to type header container, sorry my bad, we have to type header container. Okay, and we're gonna have a giving padding as a 20. Okay, now if I make it padding 20, now you can see that it's looking well. After that we are having one image, this girl image. So let's add an image quickly. We're gonna have an image, we had imported the image, and we're gonna have a source. Okay, and we're gonna have a like URI. Okay, I've already have a one image, so I'm just copy pasting that image from this repo URL. Let me copy that image from this repo. So we're gonna have a product details screen, and I'm just copying this image. This looks image cool, that's why I'm using right now. Okay, so this is the image URL which I'm going to use, image URL. Okay, now after that let's style this as well. Like we have to give some property, styles dot cover image. Okay, now let's thoroughly give the styling to this cover image. So it's gonna be, width will be 100%, the height will be, I think height, what should I give, 550. If I give 550, now you can see that's too much, I don't want to give too much. So if I check it out to the Figma, so what is the optimal size is that 430, the height is 430, so I can give like 420 almost. Yeah, I think it's looking better. Okay, now after that this component image, we having a called winter code title and the price. So let's add that as well quickly. Now we're gonna have a view, and inside this view I'm gonna call this style as a styles dot content container. Okay, and inside that we're gonna have a one text. The first text gonna be winter code. Okay, and another text for this price. So let me copy this price as well. Okay, so let me replace with this price. Okay, now you can see that this is how it's looking. So let's style this as well. So styles dot title. title, and style is equal to styles dot price. Okay, now let's copy this content container. So we want in a one direction this content container, so flex direction will be become row, and justify content will become space between. Okay, now you can see that it's went to the this direction. Okay, now let's style this title and the price as well. So the title size will be almost gonna be uh, font size will be 20, and this color. Okay, the font size which I want, that's 20, and color which I want, that should be like this. Okay, now I think the font size looks better. Now if we check it out, this we're gonna have a font size is 20, and we're gonna have some font weight as well. Font weight will be almost 500, I think, for sure. uh, 20, and this is also 20, only the color get changed, right? So we're gonna have a same title, like, let's add like this style dot price, and we're gonna have a styles dot title style, and the price style. On the price style, the color gonna be changed, so let's add that. The color will become this, like this. Let's check it out. The color will become something like that, so let me copy that color and replace that. Okay, looks better. Now you can see that there is some margin horizontal from this left and right side, so let's give some margin horizontal as well. This content, the margin horizontal will be 20. If I make it 20, looks better. Okay, now after that we're gonna have a size something as well. So, and after that let's add a margin vertical of 20 as well. Okay, now let's do one thing, the size property. Let's add a size text, so we're gonna have a size container where we're gonna have a view, and its style is equal to styles dot size container, and we're gonna have a one text called size. So let's add a size quickly from this here text. We're gonna have a size. Okay, and let's add a property called style is equal to styles dot size text. Okay, and we're gonna have a size container as well. So what I'm gonna do, basically, let's move to the size text to the up of the this container, and let's style that as well. So size text will be something like this, font weight 20, and the same. So what I'm going to supposed to do, basically, instead of having another styling for this size text, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do like this, styles dot title, and the comma will be style dot size text. Okay, now the size text, I'm gonna give some margin only. So size text gonna give some margin, margin horizontal will be 20. Okay, now it looks better. After that we are having some size like this. Okay, let's do that as well. So what I'm gonna do, basically, we're gonna have a cons sizes, and we're gonna have a called smlxl. So we're gonna have a s, we're gonna have a m, l, and xl. Okay, now if I go here, and inside the size container, what I'm going to supposed to do, so what I'm sizes dot map, we get the size. Okay, and here what we are going to do, we are going to return a component. I'm going to return a component. Here we are having a view, and inside that we are having a text, and we are having a size as well. And instead of having a view, I'm going to have a touchable opacity. Okay, and let's replace with this touchable opacity like this. My bad, touchable opacity. Oh, copy, paste. Okay, now you can see that this is coming in this direction. So first of all, let's do the size container styling. The size container will be flex direction as a row. Okay, and the margin horizontal will be 20 as well. Okay, now for this text, style is equal to styles dot size value. Okay, and we're gonna have a styles dot size value container. Okay, I think size value container. Okay, so let's copy this. Now let's add some styling for that as well. So we are having a size value container, and another property is called size value. Okay, let's add a font size of the font size will be almost 18. So let's add a font size of 18. Okay, and now looking better. Now what I supposed to do, basically I'm gonna have a some okay, let's check it out. So as you can see that this is the height for this round circle. We're having a 36 height in width. So let's add a height of 36, width of 36, and we're gonna have some border radius of 18 to make it circle, and background color will be hashtag 3ff. So let's copy paste that as well. Now let me reload this. If I reload this, it's causing some error because I make a typo here. Okay, now you can see that we are getting some like this. Okay, now we have to make justify content center, and we're gonna have a line item center as well. Okay, now let's increase the font weight. The font weight of this will be uh, medium as well. So let's add a font weight of 600. Okay, now it's looking better. Now I need some between the this container. So we need some margin. What margin horizontal will be almost 10. Perfect. Now after that, I think the size looks better as Excel. Now what I want to do, basically, if I click on any item, the color should get changed to this color. Okay, so how we can do it, basically? So let's do that as well, this functionality. So we're gonna have a one functionality called const selected const selected size set selected size, and by default use state gonna be null. Okay, and let's do that quickly. If now I'm gonna add a property here, basically if selected size is equal to this size. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, basically the color will gonna be this color, EFFF. Okay, now here what I'm gonna supposed to do on the touchable opacity on the press item, I'm going to do like this. Set selected size will be this new size. Okay, now if I click on this, okay, nothing works. If I click on this, nothing is working right now. Let's check it out. So set selected size. So let's see it does it updating the value. Nope. So let me do it again. I'm clicking on any item, it's not updating because let's check it out. So we are having a size touchable opacity, and we are updating with the set selected size with the new value size value. And if I console here the size, my bad, if I click on this, nothing is working right, and that's too weird. Like sizes dot map. Okay, and if I console the size here and click on this SMXL, why it's not touchable opacity is working. So let me close this quickly. Let me open this again. Now we are having this, we are calling this function on the onPress event. If I click on this, now it's working. So because that was not working because the app was not loaded in a right manner. Okay. Now basically what is happening now, whenever we are clicking on touchable opacity, we are setting a state, set selected state, and the height value will be SLMXL, whatever the user is selecting on that. And if that is selected value is equal to the this size, so I'm adding a color as a this color. Perfect. Now after that we're gonna have a colors as well. So let's add a colors as well. So we're gonna have a color container text, and we're gonna have a colors, and I'm gonna just copy this styling that as well here for the color styles.title, and the size text will be become like this 20, and the color will be gonna be same as well. And we're gonna have some margin top, I think. So let's add a margin top. So we're gonna have a color text. Okay, and let's add a margin and some padding as well. So we're gonna have a color text. Okay, and if you check it out here, yeah, color, my bad, let me, I was making a typo, color text. Okay, so now what I want to do, basically I want to give some margin. Horizontal will be 20, and the margin top will be 10. Okay, now is thing looking better. Okay, if you check it out, that we are giving margin horizontal 20. Awesome. Now you can see that we have to do like this. Okay, basically when we click on any color, so it should become that color. Okay, so first of all, let's copy that all the colors to loop that colors. So we are gonna create one array const colors, and we're gonna just replace that as well, all the colors. So instead of replacing that, copy pasting again and again, I've already have one array, colors array. So I'm going to just replace that array, the colors array. As you can see that we have, like, get all the colors array. Okay, and let's do that. Now we're gonna have a one view, and inside that view I'm gonna name as a style is equal to styles dot color container. Okay, and we're gonna have a colors array dot map. We get the item here. What we're gonna do, basically here we're gonna return a component, the first component, and inside that component we are gonna return another component, another view. Okay, and basically let's do like this. So we're gonna have a style, and styles dot circle, basically. So let's style the circle quickly. So the circle will be looking like this. Height will be almost if I check it out, the height is almost 36. So let's add a height as well, 36. Width will be 36 as well. Border radius will be almost 18. Okay, now you can see that nothing appears here because we are adding not a background color. So let's add a background color as well. So we're gonna have a background color as instead of having item, we're gonna have a called color. We are going to call this color. Now you can see that we are getting color like this in a different direction, right? So I'm gonna call this color container. Let me scroll down, color container, and we're gonna have a flex direction as a row. Okay, awesome. Now you can see that this is the color container looking like this. We're gonna have a border radius as well to the circle, and let's add some margin horizontal as a 20. Okay, and after that this circle property is not working. Why? We are having a border radius of 18, and let's add some margin vertical, margin horizontal as well, margin horizontal of 10 as well. So okay, 10, and we're gonna having a border radius of 18. And why it's not working, this border radius? So we are having a style dot circle and background color. Here we are defining a height and width. Border is, if I make 20, yeah, perfect, it's working, reflecting. Okay, now you can see that we are having a color like this. But what I was supposed to do basically, if I click on any item, so it should become a one, create one border on the top of it. So what I'm gonna do basically, uh, I'm gonna create another styles called circle border. Okay, and let's do that quickly. Okay, and let me do that quickly. So circle border gonna be looking like this. Border will be gonna 1. Okay, and the same border radius will be gonna be same, something like this again. But what I supposed to do basically, uh, if I check it out, so we are having a 48. So let's make a 48 instead of 36. We're gonna have a 48. We're gonna have a 24. Okay, now you can see that this is looking like this. Too weird, right? So let me remove this margin horizontal 10. Okay, now in the circle content, what I'm gonna do basically, justify content center, not, oh my bad, align item center. Okay, now instead of having border width as a 1, I'm gonna make it 2. Okay, and I think this will gonna work like this, align item center, so it will make the item in the center, and the justify content center, so it's gonna make the item in the center. Awesome. Now if we basically, if we click on any item, let me reload this quickly. Now I think margin, that give me some margin as well here. Margin horizontal will be 10, not 10, let's make it 5. 5. Now what I supposed to do, if I click on any item, that color should get applied to that border width. Okay, so let's do that as well. So to get that, what I have to do basically, inside this view circle container, we have to type border color, and that color, okay, is gonna be this color. As you can see, that is become color. Now what I supposed to do basically, if we're gonna have a const selected color, set selected color, and by default it's gonna be null. Okay, now whenever user click on any color, that color gets selected. So let's add a touchable opacity, and we're gonna have an on press event. Here what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call this set selected color gonna be this new color. Okay, now after that, if we are having a selected color, like if we click on any color, so that's gonna be only highlighted, right? So what I'm gonna do basically, here, let me remove this quickly. Now here what I'm gonna do basically, if selected color value is there, then only write this color property, right? If I click on this, okay, so nothing, it's not happening in the right manner. So what I have to do basically, if selected color is equal to this color, okay, if selected color is equal to this color, then at that point of time only make the border color with the same color, and this border width also get removed from here, border width, and it's gonna be added to this circle border. So let me add this here, border width gonna be 2. Now let me reload this. Now if I click on any circle, so you can see that it's becoming a like this. Awesome, perfect. Now after that, we're gonna have a one button called add to cart. So let's quickly design it as well. And we had designed this color container. We're gonna have a button container. Okay, now we're gonna have a touchable opacity. Inside there we're gonna have a text called add to cart. So add to cart, let me copy this thoroughly. Add to cart, and we're gonna have a background color with this. Height will be 66. Okay, so style is equal to button. Okay, and we're gonna have a text as well. Style is equal to styles dot button text. Okay, now let me call this like this. If we scroll down, and we're gonna have a button. So the button gonna be background color. As you know that we're gonna have a background color with this color. Okay, now you can see that. And the height gonna be 66. So instead of giving height, I'm gonna give you a padding of 66. Now let's check it out. It's not looking so weird, so I'm going to make it 20 padding. Okay, and the font size which I want, let's add a button text. I'm gonna have a font size of what the font size is gonna be 24, and the font weight will be semi bold. So let me add a 600, and the color should be white. White. Let's add a color white. Okay, and the text align gonna be center. Perfect. Now as you can see that we need some padding and margin as well. So I think padding will be 10, looks better. Yep, let's keep some margin of 10 as well. Okay, I think looking better. And after that we're gonna have some border radius of 20. Yeah, looks better. So yeah, we have designed this product details component, as you can see that. Okay, now let's go to the whole app.js. Instead of having a initial router name product details, let me remove that, and let's reload this. Okay, now if you click on this, you can see that it's opening on this new screen, right? Let's go back. If I click on this, it's again opening a new screen, and we can select the size, color, all the things whatever we want, and we click on add to cart. Awesome. Now what we want to supposed to do, whatever the data we are let's go to the product card component. So you can see that we are passing navigating the product details component, then we are passing a item data as well. So what I'm supposed to do, basically we want that it should render that image, that data, all the things. Okay, so how we can do that? We have to go here, we have to write like this: const route is equal to use route. Okay, and what we have to write, uh, console.log route dot item. Okay, I think route dot, instead of route dot items, we're gonna have a route dot params dot item, and you can see that we are getting that this object, we are gonna having an ID and so on. So we're gonna have it like this: const item route dot params dot item. Okay, we get the item, and instead of showing this static image, let me do like this: item dot image. Perfect. Now and after that, item dot title gonna be render here, item dot title, and instead of showing up this static price, let me do a dynamic price, item dot price as well. Okay, now you can see that it's, if I click on this beautiful girl, and you can see that the winter shirts and the price is showing. Awesome. Let's go back. Okay, so Now you can see that this is the product detail screen which we had designed. And the next, so let's summarize this all this stuff. So we have created this nested navigation, we had created product details screen. Now in the next video what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a card header component and the card screen design. Okay, now let's understand this quickly what we had done, all the things. Let's thoroughly revise it. So first of all, in the root app.jsx, what we had done, inside the tab screen we have a home screen. We are rendering home component. So we are rendering now home stack, and we have created one component called my home stack. Here we have defined our home component as a home screen. We are defining a product detail screen, and we calling product detail screen. Okay, now in the home screen, as you can see that this we had added this light functionality. Basically what is happening here, whenever user click on any icon, any light icon, so what we are doing here, we are adding one property called is light as a true on this item id, on this object, whatever the object is it. Okay, and we are updating the set product state. Okay, now it's a product card component. As you can see that we, whenever we are clicking on any component, we are navigating to the product data screen, along with the we are passing a data in the props as well as an item. Okay, now if we go to the product data screen, so what we are doing here, we are getting the route, we are reading the item using the route.params.item, and we are just rendering the item.image, item.title, item.price as well. And this is the things which we had designed right now. Okay, and we can click on this, it becomes selected and so on. Okay, in the next video what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on this add to cart functionality. So yeah, that's all in this video guys. I will also provide this Figma GitHub link for reference. You can check it out, and if you are guys facing any issue regarding this project, so what you have to do is, you know, that you have to just ping me on my WhatsApp. So let me show you the group icon image. So this is the group 0 degree coder group. Here what you have to do, you have to just scan this group, scan this image with your camera, and you can join our group. And please let me know if you guys have any question. Thank you, bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video we have seen that like how to create this product detail screen, and this color, this all the things we had learned about this. Now in this video what we're gonna do, that we are going to complete this project quickly. So what we are targeting to complete this, like we are going to create cart header component, cart screen design. We are going to use async storage, and we are going to use context hooks. So first of all, what we are going to supposed to do, let me clarify you. First we are going to create one screen called cart screen, and we are going to create this header. Okay, so let's do that as quickly. So first of all, what I'm going to do basically, so I'm going to create one screen, name is called cart screen, cart cart screen dot jsx, and I'm going to create one component called rnfes. Okay, now after that let's go to the home app.jsx, and here instead of rendering a home component, I'm going to render cart screen component. Okay, now as you can see that we are rendering a cart screen component, and you can see that we have a, you know, linear gradient background. To get that linear gradient background, what we have to do, we have to import the linear gradient background to this. Okay, and after that we have to pass the colors. To pass the color, what we can copy this colors from here, and we have to just replace it here. Okay, now after that let me add a style as well to this container, styles dot container. Okay, and let me write this style here. So we're gonna have a container giving flex is a 1. Okay, now in the root tab component, instead of like rest you know, whenever we are rendering whenever we are reloading a component, it's navigating back to the home screen. Okay, now what I want, that it should be by default, it should be on the cart screen. To make this possible, so we have one property called initial route name. We have to pass the name which route you want as an initial. Okay, so I reload this. Now you can see that we are rendering a card screen only, and you can see that we had created this linear gradient background. Okay, now after that we're gonna have a one header component. Okay, so let's import the header component. And after that, if you see that the header looking like this, right? Let's add some padding as well. So padding will be around 15. If I make it 15, now it's looking well, perfect. Now if you see that for this header we have like this, the back icon and the my cart. Okay, so let's do that as well. So I'm going to pass one property called is cart, and we're gonna have a passing a property as a true, value is a true. Okay, let's go to the header component, and I'm destructing here if is cart is true. Okay, if is cart is true, then what I'm gonna render, that I'm going to render this back button icon. Okay, so if it's is cart is true, so let's do that as well. So basically what I'm gonna do here, let me show you. If its cart is true, then I'm going to render one component, one icon import. So this back icon is where, let me show you. So we have to type react native vector icon directory. Okay, and let me open this. So we want something like this back button, this back. Okay, so we are having a this chevron back, I think. Let me type like this, search like this. So we want like this icon chevron back, I think. Okay, so if I check it out, yeah, chevron back looks better. So I just copy this icon name and let me do it. So I'm going to use I know icons and have what I have to type react native vector icons slash I know icons. Okay, and if its card is true, then basically I'm going to render I know icons. Name will be children back. Okay, and let me remove this space quickly. Children back. Color will be what? Color will be let me check it out. So the color which I want, that is red. Okay, so let me copy that color as well. Red color. Okay, and now as you can see that we are might getting some. Okay, if its card is true, then render this component, else I'm going to render this image component by default. Now if I make it format and reload this, now you can see that we are getting this arrow icon. Okay, now let's pass them size as well. The size will be for this icon will be almost 24. Let's pass a 24. Okay, I'm going to pass a 24. Perfect. Now you can see that we are getting this back icon. Awesome. Now we are having one text as well, my card. The size is 28. Okay, so let's do that as well. So we are having a one text my card. Okay, and let's style that as well. Styles dot my cart. Okay, here what I'm going to do, right, the font size will be almost gonna be 28 and some font weight. Color will be gonna be black. Color gonna be black. Okay, now let me reload this. So now we are getting this awesome looking my cart. Okay, now if we can show that, if we go back there home screen, so we are able to see the my cart. So let's handle it as well. If is cart is true, then only I'm going to render this text, otherwise I'm not going to render this text. Okay, now you can see that it's become dynamically awesome. Now the next thing is that when we click on this icon, it should navigate back to the some any other screen. So how we can do that as well? So to do that, we have to write const navigation, use navigation. Okay, and at the place of the back icon, this is the back icon. So I'm going to use touchable opacity, touchable opacity, uh, touchable opacity. Okay, and let me do here as well. Okay, and I'm going to add a one event. I'm going to list one on press event as well, and write a function called navigation dot navigate to the home screen. If I click on this, it is not navigating. Now here what I have to supposed to write, I have to write home stack. Now if I click on this, it's navigating back to the home component. Okay, now let's go back to the my cart screen. Now the first what we have to do, we have to design a cart, sorry, my product cart, sorry, cart card basically. So let's design that quickly. So I go back to the here, and I'm going to create one component name as a cart cart card dot jsx, and I'm going to type rnfes. Okay, and let's go back to the cart screen. Okay, and I'm going to render this cart card component. Okay, and I'm going to comment this code. Okay, now basically what we have to do, first of all we have one image. Okay, so let's render one image quickly. Image. Okay, and source here what we have we want URI. So let me copy the URI of any image. So I'm going to, I went to the data inside JSON, and I'm going to use this image. Okay, so I have to just copy this image. Let's go there, and I'm going to assign a variable called const image URL. Okay, I get this image URL, and this is the URI gonna be. Okay, now nothing, nothing is we are able to see right now. So we are called styles as well. Style is equal to styles dot uh, cover image. Okay, now let's write the styling for this, and we're gonna have a container as well. Styles dot container. Okay, now the container gonna be looking, we're gonna apply some styling for the container as well, and the cover image as well. So if we check the cover image, so we're gonna have a height as a 125 and width will be 94. Okay, so height will be 125, and let's add a width as well. So the width will be almost what 94, right? So I'm going to write 50% width for sure. Okay, let me make it 20%. I think the width will be gonna be 20%. Perfect. Let me make it 30%. I make it 30%. Now it's looking 25% looking better, I think. Okay, now we want some margin vertical as well. Margin vertical will be 10. Okay, to get the image down. After that, let me add some one more sorry, basically a padding, something like that. Let me add a margin as well. View, and we're gonna have a capital view, and here we what we supposed to do, let me add some margin. Style is equal to styles dot header container. Okay, and let me add a styling quickly. Header container, and the margin vertical will gonna be 10. Okay, I think margin top gonna look much more better, and we're gonna have a margin top as a 20. No, margin bottom gonna be 20. Perfect. Now let's go back to the here, and set the card, and we're gonna have another view, and we're gonna have a style. This style is equal to styles dot cart content. Okay, so the first text which we gonna have a title, and name is a, okay, let me add a title text. So let me add a title quickly, text, and we're gonna have a like jacket jeans, and the second is called price as well. Okay, so let me add the price as well. Okay, now inside the cart container, let's style this as well. So cart container flex direction will be become row for now. Okay, my bad. I think this container become flex direction as a row. Okay, now the image and the it's gonna be same side. Okay, now after that let me make it cart content will be flex is a one, flex flex is a one, so it will take the whole width and the height. Okay, now we're gonna have a one more item as well. Let me add that the delete icon quickly. Let me add, so delete icon we have to write trash. Okay, so I think I need this icon, something like this. Let me check it out. So I think this font autumn 6 icon, trash icon will look much more better. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to import font awesome 6 from React Native vectors icons slash font awesome 6. Okay, and we're gonna have a render this like this. We're gonna have a name property, name gonna be anything what you want supposed to be. So name will be a trash for now, font awesome 6. Yeah, this trash, so the name will be trash, as you can see that. And the color which uh, the color which I supposed to be, that is this color. Let me copy paste that color as well quickly. This is the color. uh, yeah, perfect. The size which I want, the size will be 22.5. The size, let me add a size as well. Size will be almost 25. Okay, now if I reload this, you can see that we get the size as well, and which is looking too much greater, so I just make it smaller as a 22. Okay, now you can see that. Perfect. Now we are having a cart content, so let have style this as well. Style is equal to styles dot uh, title, and we're gonna have a price as well. Style is equal to styles dot price. Okay, let me add a title in the price styling for this, and cart content. So we're gonna have a title, uh, the title, the title gonna be like 18. Font size will be like this. Font size will be 18. Color gonna be this color, and after that what I supposed to be uh, price, the price color will be gonna be like this. Let me add that as well quickly. Price color gonna be 79797, and we might getting some error. Let me add a comma quickly here. Okay, now inside the cart container we want margin horizontal will be almost 10. Okay, now after that I think we're gonna have another circle and the size as well, so let's do that as well. And we need some margin top as well, so margin vertical will be gonna be 10. Okay, now the font size which I want is gonna be 20, and the font weight which I need is called 500. Okay, and same for this, I'm going to do font size. Okay, let's do like this. Okay, cool. The font size which I want, the 18, and after that uh, After that, what I supposed to do for the price? I think looking better. Let's add another stuff as well. So we're gonna have a one color and the size L. So let's add that as well. V. Okay, and for the first thing is called circle. Okay, and we're gonna have a view style is equal to styles dot circle. Okay, so let's do that as quickly. So the circle will be gonna be height and width. The height which I want 32 width gonna be 32, border radius gonna be 16, and the background color which I want, that is called this color. Okay, now you can see that we are getting this here, right? Not a big deal. Now another thing is that we want size as well, so let's add that as well, and this gonna be inside here. Let me cut there from here, and we're gonna have a like this. Okay, and I'm gonna name it's called style dot uh, styles dot circle size container. Okay, let me scroll down, and the circle size container gonna be flex direction as a row. Okay, and the margin horizontal will gonna be 10. My bad, I think it's gonna not be margin horizontal circle size container. Okay, now another thing which I want, that is called this size, right? So we're gonna have a view. Inside this view, we're gonna have a size as well. So let's add a size for that as well. So the size will be gonna be L for now. Okay, and we're gonna have a size circle. Okay, size circle, and after that, let's style this as well. Background color gonna be white, and the height and the width which I made, the height and the width is like almost 32. So let's add a 32 with gonna be 32 as well. Okay, now as you can see that is looking like this. Let me reload this to make it much more good. Okay, so let's add a border radius as well. Border radius will be 16. Okay, now it's become center, justify content center, and the item center to make the center. Okay, now I need some margin left will be 10. Okay, now I had given the margin left as 10. Now I'm gonna call this style is equal to uh, size text styles dot size text. Okay, now let's do that as well. Size of circle, size text. The font size which I want is gonna be 20. If I make it 20, it become too much longer, which I don't want. If I check it out, the font size is like almost 18. So let's make it 18, and the font weight which I want is almost 500. Okay, not 5,000, 500. Okay, now 500. Cool. Now if we just go back to the card screen, and if we just loop this card count, so you can see that we are getting the data like this. Awesome. Now we need some image height 125. Okay, so there's one thing which I just want. Height will be 125, and we need some border radius as well. So the border radius which I want is 10%. If I make it 10%, so it's looking better. and we're gonna have a, on the touchable opacity, on the trace icon, touchable opacity, we're gonna have a touchable opacity here as well. Now even clickable, if I'm able to clickable, so I think there's some error is coming. Border radius updating. So if I check it out, let's check it out quickly. Okay, let me reload this quickly, and after that what I'm going to do, basically border radius uh, will gonna be 20. If I reload this, yeah, perfect. Now what I'm going to supposed to do, basically, uh, what I was telling key, so basically we are having like this, right? And we are styling the image as well. So let's go to the image, cover image. Border width will be 25%, the height, okay, perfect. Now the next thing which I want is called this things, total shipping grand total. So let's add that as well. So the first text will gonna be have a total. Okay, now another text will gonna be shopping, and after that we gonna have another text called uh, shopping. Okay, now let's add the styling, like, content as well. So we're gonna have a view, and inside this view we're gonna have a this view, and we're gonna have a inside a view, and we're gonna have a text. Another text gonna be a price value, that is called what, or a 199. Okay, and another thing is that we have shipping, and shipping charge is like almost 0. So let me do that as well. Okay, the total, this is the total value which we have written. Now let's add a same shipping value as well. Okay, now to add a shipping value, what I am supposed to do, basically, now I have, I'm going to make it, in the place of $0, I'm going to make it $0 basically. Okay, now this is how we have to do it, but there's one catch, that it should be some price as well, like, some margin as well. So styles dot price container. Okay, the price container which I added, style is equal to price styles dot price price. Okay, and price price and title. Okay, and same gonna be for this as well, styles dot price and title. Okay, so I'm going to just copy pasting that all the stuff. Okay, now if you check it out, perfect. Now price and title here we have, and we're gonna have a style is equal to styles dot price and title. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do, basically, I'm going to write like this, flex direction as a row. Okay, and justify content will be space between, a space between. Okay, and we're gonna have some, margin horizontal as well. Margin horizontal gonna be 20, and after that we're gonna have some divider as well. So, and let's add a styling to the this text as well. Style is equal to styles dot text. Okay, now again let me copy this again, and again. the size text gonna be let me do that as well. The text styling gonna be looking like this. uh, Color will be this, and font size is 20. Color gonna be this color, and the font size which I want is called 18. Okay, now if I load this, it's looking better, right? Now we want some another this divider as well. So let me add that divider as well. Okay, to add a divider, what do we have to type? Styles dot divider, divider. Okay, now let me do that. And for the price container, what I supposed to do basically, uh price and title, price container basically, I want some margin top. Margin top gonna be uh 14 font sure for now. For margin top gonna be 14. Okay, now let's check it out. Yeah, now we're gonna have some uh margin vertical gonna be 10. I think 5 looks okay, 10 looks better. Now we're gonna have a divider as well, and the border width for the divider we're gonna have a border width of 2. Border color we're gonna have a this color. Let's add that as well. Okay, now I think border width will be gonna be 1, and let's add some margin vertical gonna be 10. Okay, now after that we're gonna have a grand total text. Okay, so let's add a grand total text as well. So just copy this existing text and just pasting this. Okay, and instead of saving what we have, what we need, that is called grand total. So let me do that. Grand total. Okay, and the total price is called 199. So let me add that as well. Okay, now instead of having a like this, so we can have a like this style.text, another parameter called color gonna be black. Okay, and we need some font weight as well. The font weight gonna be 700. Okay, perfect. Now after that we want another button called checkout button. So let's add a checkout button as well. So we're gonna have a touchable opacity, and inside here we're gonna have a check it out button. Okay, let's add a checkout button, and styles dot checkout container. Okay, now let's add a checkout container as well. Background color will be gonna be like this color. Let me replace that. Okay, now as you can see that we have replaced this checkout container with this color, and nothing is happening. Why? Because we are using touchable opacity. We are having another thing called text as well. Style is equal to styles dot button text. Okay, now we're gonna have a button text as well. Right now a font size which I want is called 25, and the width which I want is called 100%. And still, oh my god, that's why it's not working, because I have to give background color, and that's why. Okay, now we're gonna have a margin vertical gonna be 10. Okay, and the color which I want is called white. text align, text align gonna be center. Okay, now for button text we're gonna have some padding will be 10 as well. Okay, now let's add some border radius to this of 10. Okay, now you can see that we have a checkout button as well. Now if we can add a more item here as well, so we can have a like this cart, and you can see that it's not scrollable. To make that scrollable, what we are going to do basically, or we're gonna have a flat list instead of having a normal like this. So let me do that as well. So we're gonna have a like this flat list. Okay, flat list. Okay, and we're gonna have a data. For sure, for now I'm going to pass some static data, and we're gonna pass render item as a as a card card basically, and we're gonna have another item called render header. Okay, header list header component, and inside that uh, what I'm going to supposed to do basically, I'm going to do like this. We have to just copy this all this stuff. Okay, I just caused that, and I'm going to dump it here. Okay, now you can see that another thing is that we are having a render item as a card. Okay, and after that we having this product card as well. So let me remove this again, card. Okay, and if I reload this, so you can see that this is how this is looking like this, and that's too weird. Okay, so this price content, let me cut it here from there, and this one is also from here. Again we can see like this, and after that we're gonna have a called list footer component. Here we have to pass this item instead of passing in the Honda header side. Okay, now you can see that we are having a cart price as well. Awesome. And I don't want to show this is called indicator as well. Okay, so let me remove this properties called indicator. Okay, so it's vertical indicator will become false. Okay, now we can just call it anyway. Okay, when we click on checkout, it will check out that. Okay, and let's add a content container style, and the padding bottom gonna be 40 for now. Okay, now let's make it 100 to make it scrollable mode. Okay, now after that what I supposed to want, this is how we can make it Figma. So I click on this, add to cart minimum, and it will looking like this. Okay, so that's all in this video. In the next video, what we are going to do basically, we are going to we have seen this, we have done this, we have done this. We are going to use async storage, and we are going to use context hooks to store the data. So yeah, that's all in this video guys. See you guys in the next video. Thank you, bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video we've seen that how to design this cart page. As you can see that currently we have some static data. Okay, now we have also a home page which we have seen. Now when we click on any product, it will open the product details page, and we can select the size and the color. And when we click on add to cart, nothing happening, but if we went to the add to cart, it is looking like this. So basically in this video we are going to make this all the functionality workable. So let's get this.